For our challenge, I wanted to build a fort on the volcano in Dwarf Fortress to protect my dwarves from terrifying surroundings and an evil biome. To make things even more difficult, my 7 starting dwarves were all peasants with no useful skills, besides being proficient liars and intimidators. Their starting resources were scarce, the danger was all around them, and their need to quickly burrow underground was high. But the dwarves of Ziril Gomath, fire legends, were nevertheless of sturdy stock and ready to strike the earth. And here are our starting dwarves with their little animals. And just above their starting position, there's the Great Volcano, which is where we're gonna start digging in. Also, it started raining goblin blood, which is nice. Definitely another reason that we go deep inside as soon as possible. There's some magma crabs out here in the volcano, which could be scary if they decide to come up. And we're gonna quickly make some hatch covers right here at the stoneworker shop. I think some of my workers are already spreading some goblin blood, which is great. Not really sure I like the idea of these magma crabs being on the level of my dwarves already. If they come out, this could be a slight problem. But so I'm making some rock mechanisms and some wooden cages that are definitely gonna stop magma crabs. I'm gonna be building some cage traps right there. It's also time we assign our manager, broker, and bookkeeper. I think we're gonna just go with our expedition leader. They're all liars and intimidators anyway. And we're gonna rename our expedition leader to Faye. She's gonna be leading this place to glory. My dwarves are now quickly bringing stuff inside. I just made a general storage here so stuff doesn't get stolen from our wagon. And I'm also reworking our entrance from something less flammable than wood. I also linked our opening bridge to a lever over here so we can close that if needed. I also set up a small farming area where we can start growing stuff in the next season. For now, we're just milking animals and we're gonna turn those into cheese. Horse cheese and camel cheese, delicious. Down here, I'm also gonna set up a jeweler shop and a craft workshop so we can maybe craft some stuff because we're gonna need a lot of stuff to trade. Now my dwarves have to sleep on the ground, which is just a bit too late for me to create a small bedroom right here, which was my plan. We have also cut a couple of gems here, so hopefully that's gonna be our trading material for this year. And the small dormitory has also been set up. Also, our wagon is now completely empty, so we can just destroy it and get rid of that. Nothing is gonna get stolen here. There are some wild boars that have arrived on the map now. I just hope my dogs don't decide to go and chase after them. Oh, we have also found some hematite in here. That's gonna be our ore of iron, looks like. Also, we got our ducks laying eggs now. For now, we'll just grab them to cook, but later on, I'm gonna let them fertilize them. And we're gonna have more ducks. And since summer has now begun, my dwarves are going to plant some stuff over here. It's good all of my people started as peasants. Look at how many dabbling skills are they slowly getting. Although 3 of them did become proper miners, and 1 of them became a stone crafter, and of course Faye is the expedition leader. I think Melville here, who has like the most amazing haircut ever, I'm gonna rename into Super Strider. Now, our outpost is called Fire Legends, so we have to do something with, well, a lot of fire that we got here. And I'm thinking we're gonna be channeling all the way down here and we're gonna just move this lava somewhere safer. And then the plan is to eventually bring the magma down into this vast cavern from where we could, well, work on stuff. And this guy got himself stranded. He decided he's just gonna sleep there. Buddy, just mine through here and you're gonna be fine. Also, our stonecutter, who is competent at it, I'm gonna rename him into Pippa. Also, I installed a floodgate right here, so that's gonna control our magma flow, and for now we're just gonna open it. Probably not the most important thing that we work on this giant magma chamber right now, but since last time in Strapped work we had absolutely no magma, I'm excited to work with it. And that is a lot of stone I would like to get out of here before we flood this cavern, which would be a lot to ask for my dwarves if we didn't just get some migrants. I mean, it's great we got some blacksmiths. Oh yeah, more coming. Oh, let's go, they're moving in now. We're up to 12 population now, and we got a blacksmith, a metal crafter, a weaver, and I think another peasant. Now with more hands to actually do some work, hopefully, we can clear out the underground. I'm also gonna go and start digging out some new bedrooms now that we have more people. The first 2 bedrooms shall be assigned. It's only appropriate we give the first one to our expedition leader Faye, and maybe we'll give the second one to Pippa. But the rest will have to wait a bit longer. Since it's late summer now, I'm also building our trade depot right here, because we're probably gonna be trading, or hopefully gonna be trading soon. We actually ran out of logs right now, so we gotta have to chop down a couple more trees, and our Ral, who actually became a novice mechanic, is gonna become a woodcutter now. And here we go, our merchants have finally arrived. And here comes the outpost liaison walking across all this goblin blood that's been raining around. Now for next year, I'm just gonna ask for more seeds from them, and that's gonna be it. They'll want musical instruments and leather water skins, which is something that we definitely cannot craft by next year. So that's gonna be unfortunate for us, but we'll find a way to trade. Now, let's see what they brought. I'll definitely buy all the seeds they've got, which isn't much, unfortunately. I'll buy some of their cheaper food as well, and all of their plump helmets. I'll also buy the silver warhammer they brought. That could be our first proper weapon. And I'll buy some of their ale, beer, and wine. And that is gonna be quite a good trade. And just so they remember me nicely, I'm gonna give them a couple of gems. And now we can get back to work. And next to our bedrooms, I also wanted to designate our first meeting area, so an inn right there. And for now, I'll actually allow some visitors to come here. Let's see who comes, who arrives. They're gonna also need to do some hauling. I told them to bring all of our mugs into this one stockpile here, and down here we're gonna bring our booze. And yes, I'm aware we have wooden tables, but that's what we got for now. We're gonna get better eventually. And people are now socializing and chilling in here. That's good to see. Listening to poetry even. Finally, all of our bedrooms are also completed and assigned. Yes, we don't really have furniture for them yet, but that will come in the future. And as soon as I say that we have enough bedrooms for everybody, we got new migrants incoming. Let's go. And there's also a human bard visiting. We're up to 19 dwarves now, which is really good. We got a couple of peasants, we got a bone carver and a gem cutter, which is great. Plus a carpenter, engraver, and a furnace operator. It seems like our migrants also brought a bull and a puppy with them. For now, we're just gonna put the bull up here to graze, but eventually we're probably gonna slaughter him for meat. Also, I told my boys to go mine for hematite, and looks like we're finding quite a lot over here, plus some gems as well. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of the fact that this vein is going so close to the surface over here, because I can imagine some siegers trying to mine in here eventually. So you know what? We are canceling this. We have come too close. But that's gonna give us plenty of hematite that we will be able to smelt eventually. I also set up a quick quantum stockpile here for the stones, because we have so much that I want to store. And, well, not enough place to store all of them. The warm rocks behind their bedrooms provided the warm, homely feeling for the dwarves of Fire Legends. In their chests beat hearts of molten rock, and they rejoiced at the mere thought that soon magma will be flowing through their fort. Alas, the outpost was merely that, an outpost. The floors were rough stone, their workshops strewn around like leaves in the wind, and their ducks were locked away in a cave. There was a lot of work to be done before Fire Legends could truly look and feel worthy of its name. But Faye and her dwarves were ready to roll up their sleeves, tighten their shoelaces, and work hard. I'm actually impatient to let the lava in, but I created some extra channels around here that we're gonna be using in the future. So once we manage to link these to levers, then we're gonna be releasing stuff down here. Also, when I block this, I fully expect that some sieges might try to come through here. So, you see here, there's a hole, and then there's a hole. We can eventually let magma flow down here if we need to. Oh, and look at that, our first ducklings have hatched. That is great to see. That is suddenly a lot of new ducks we have. I think they do deserve a bigger home, don't they? And we also get some hematite out of it, so that's great. Also, everybody's got a small bedroom now, so we improved on that as well. And now that this pit is finally empty, I think it's time we let the lava flow. When you let the lava flow, it always can be dangerous, but I'm gonna tell one of my dudes to go and channel right there, and then that should do the trick. Let's go. It's passing the first floodgate. And soon it's gonna start moving further. Oh, almost ready to start dripping down. And here we go. It has begun. And this, of course, is gonna take a while for all this to fill up, but we got time and it's fine. Now, guys, just try not to fall inside when you do this, please. Ooh, down below we got lots of nice obsidian. I love to see that. That is good to see. We're actually getting some human visitors. A couple of bards and such are socializing in our inn. And it's no surprise we don't get anybody else because we live here in the corner. This is our volcano. There's thousands of goblins all around here. And there's human settlements right there. But then the elves are here in the center with some more humans, and our only dwarven civilization is all the way to the south. Down below, right next to our ducks, I'm gonna also be setting up our future kitchen. This is where we're gonna be cooking our stuff, while I'm still slowly waiting for this to fill. And just above the kitchen area, it's gonna be where we're gonna be butchering and tanning our creatures. Now, I'm not sure if this is in the evil biome or the wilderness biome. It's gonna be here, but that's gonna be important probably later on. And the reason is because there's a good chance that pieces of corpses might be able to reanimate in the evil, terrifying biome. So that's certainly gonna be fun if that happens. Now we actually have enough magma down here that we can start slowly but surely smelting stuff here. And looks like we are already making first iron bars. We might have a problem. I pulled the lever too late, which means we might have a bit of a splash because the magma might be too high. So I'm just gonna assign my people to the burrow to, well, get out of there. There you go. Everybody escape this area. If we have a bit of a backlash and overspill, some of these wheelbarrows are gonna burn, but then we're gonna be fine. And in the meantime, we're gonna just focus on stuff up here. Actually, I think we're fine. I stopped it just in time. We have one lava over here, which means it's no longer flowing. And I can send my people back to the smelting area. Excuse me, what happened here? Somebody just died here? Stren? I've no idea what happened to him. He's coated with goblin blood, which I guess is from rain. But we just had a dude die here. Oh, we have new migrants and there's a doctor and a hunter arriving. I think that's it, but I will definitely take a doctor. Because that puts us up to 21 pop, and instantly our weaver was taken by Fey Mood. And instantly he cannot find the workshop he needs. Since he's a weaver, I am gonna assume he wants the clothier shop, and I'm gonna just build that for him quickly. There we go. That satisfied the weaver. He claimed this. Now hopefully he's gonna have the stuff he needs. He does. All he needed was 2 pigtail cloths, and now he started working. And Kogan, our weaver, has created Tirdukin, a sleek pigtail mask. He offers it to the Ancient Fires, which is our faction. So, Tirdukin is worth 2,750, which is pretty good for our first artifact. And of course, all craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with hands of pigtail. It is made from pigtail cloth. This object menaces with spikes of pigtail, pigtail, pigtail. And with our first artifact created, we are now telling visitors to go home. Goodbye. And we're gonna give Tirdukin to our expedition leader, Faye, as a sign of her office. Also, creation of our first iron armor pieces have begun, and soon we're gonna be getting some weapons as well. And since we're getting weapons now, that means we're gonna soon have military. And when we have military, we're gonna need doctors. So the doctor, Sibrek, is gonna become our chief medical dwarf, and I'm gonna rename her into Dog Rob. Now that the lava has dissipated here, I am also adding a second floodgate here that's gonna be able to cut this flow, but if I need it, it wouldn't be cutting this flow.
The song of hammers rang through the caverns as they fell in a rhythm as old as the dwarven civilization itself. The novice armorers of Fire Legends shaped the bulky ore into a shiny new armor fit for a proper dwarf. Their little burrow under the volcano felt warm and safe, but they knew that safety would not last. Already they spotted goblins lurking nearby, and eyes shining with greed, humans absorbed every word about the new artifact crafted in Fire Legends. Soon the time will come when sharp weapons will enter the conversation, and so it was time to establish a military to defend their home. The question now is, who would be the first dwarf to pick up weapons and armor for us? And I'm thinking we could go with Peppa, because he is fearless. Also, in the meantime, we did have humans arrive to trade, so we're gonna see if we can trade something to them. Also, we could order something for them to bring us next year, so I'm totally gonna ask for large roaches. And next year they'll want scepters, which is something we can easily make. They didn't really have much, but I'm grabbing all of their cloth and leather at least. It's not a big trade, but it's a trade we can do right now. Now, as for our military, I was actually thinking of setting up something over here, and this could be like our grand entrance, just above this pool right here. Although at the same time, it's not really gonna be grand yet. It will eventually become grand. Also, we got apparently new migrants, and all I see is animals, but oh yeah, they are coming. A couple. Naturally, they brought new animals. We got ourselves a new bowyer, a new trapper, and also a gem cutter. And now that we do have our grand new entrance, I'm gonna set up, I don't know, something like a little barracks. Starting barracks over here. Rejoice, rejoice, our miners have hit a sand wall right here, which means our glass industry can now start. And while we slowly set up said glass industry, I think it's really about time for our military. So Peppa is gonna become our new militia commander. And since we do have our carpenter, expert shield user, and expert hammer dwarf, I'm gonna assign her to his squad. And I think this right here is gonna become their temporary new barracks. And Peppa's smashers, as they are now known, shall be training constantly. Looks like Peppa chose a spear as his main weapon, while Ethel naturally went for a silver warhammer. Now, I've been observing my people coming over here and cleaning themselves, getting bloody by this blood, and cleaning themselves again and repeating the process, which means we need a water source, a proper one. Also, I was thinking somewhere underneath that pool we might be hitting the aquifer, so I'm gonna go look for it. This is under the ponds. I am not actually finding any aquifer anywhere around here, which is kind of sad, but maybe we can use this. Also, our people are starting to despair because of the terrible weather. Yeah, they are not enjoying having to go outside, but these are their only water sources, very bloody water sources. Also, if you can't find the water on the surface or just under the surface, we're gonna go deep. Oh, we have found it just below this chalk wall, which is gonna be great for making steel as well. We got some damp sandstone walls, and let's be real, that's exactly what we wanted. And while digging for water down here, we also had Bombwreck, our metal crafting, being taken by Fey Mood. He has taken over a magma forge and is now missing bones. So who of you is gonna be the sacrificial lamb? It's not gonna be a lamb, it's gonna be a bull. Goodbye, dear bull. It was nice knowing you, but now you're gonna be horns and bones and meat, which was enough for our metal crafter to start working on his creation. Now down here we already have some water setting up, so we're gonna be setting up a very deep well over here, and hopefully nobody falls in. Now our metal crafter has created Akra Lostesh, an iron scepter. It is worth 5,000. And all craftsmanship is of course of the highest quality. At the same time, also our dwarven caravan arrived. Now from the merchants, we're gonna be mostly buying seed bags. And they're also tempting me with some of these steel gauntlets and mail shirts that they brought. This will cost us a lot if I buy it. But sometimes a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. And naturally, I'm gonna give them a bit of a gift as well. Also, in the meantime, our well is now operational, so I'm gonna make sure that my dwarves understand that this is their water source now. Now, I'm looking at our metal crafter who was despairing previously and is still the most angry of them dwarves. He's actually quite happy remembering good work and such, and oh yeah, he still panics relieving being caught in the freakish weather. Never mind then. It is his core memory now, so it's gonna stay with him for a while. But hopefully, you know, being blissful dining in a legendary dining room is gonna be helpful. By the way, our boy Peppa has upgraded his equipment now, and he's got his black steel spear now, black steel mail shirt, and some black steel gauntlets with some normal steel chain leggings. He's gonna be a true hero now. Now, since down in the deeps we got lots of chalk, I'm gonna be starting to mine some of that out. And using that chalk, we're gonna start making pig iron bars. And then through that, we're gonna start making steel bars. And since we also have obsidian down here in the deeps, we can then turn these into black steel bars. Also, we got some new migrants coming in, a thrasher and a trader. And luckily, I already prepared bedrooms for them. Our first pig iron bars and then steel bars are now going to be made here. And if you're as excited as I am to see steel bars here, well, subscribe now and I promise I will not chuck your dwarf into this magma pool. Steel was the gift of the gods rightfully bestowed upon the dwarves to fend off the endless goblin hordes. And militia leader Peppa knew they'd need plenty to protect their fledgling new home. Fire Legends was growing slowly but surely, and their artifacts were bound to attract unwanted attention. And as if the surface dangers were not high enough, the dwarves knew they had to dig deeper to tap the endless potential this volcano had on offer. They needed to find deep caves, but the question was, can they do it safely? Well, to make sure that we're gonna eventually be safe, I'm gonna be building a hospital over here. Oh, some of our ducks have actually grown up. That means we can do some butchery soon. Ooh, we have also found some native gold mining down here. That's actually really good. We're gonna dig deeply and greedily for it. There's actually quite a decent amount of it. I like this. This is gonna be great for our statues and such. Also, my two soldiers have now upgraded their helmets, and they are rocking black steel helmets made here at this fortress. So this area up here is gonna be designated as our quick little hospital, which means we're gonna soon have to start making some soap. Not that we have any tallow right now, but we can get it from maybe this horsey. And there it is, horse tallow. Just need to make sure these guys don't cook it. Ooh, our boyar has been possessed, and she cannot find a workshop right now, which might mean that she's gonna be making, well, a bow since she's a boyar, or should I say a crossbow. I'm just gonna build a workshop here and see if that's what she wants. That is indeed what she wanted, so I guess we're getting a new crossbow. And all she needed was some logs. Yeah, that's gonna be really great. There we go, she has created a finger-line wood crossbow. She claims it as a family heirloom. Legon Mostot Nobankel. Worth 1,000, just a finger-line wood crossbow. All craftsmanship is of course of the highest quality, and it's just decorated with finger-line wood. You know what, we're gonna put it on display here, right in our inn. It's actually on display here now, but you can't see it, unfortunately. So that kind of ruins this whole thing. Maybe eventually we're gonna, I don't know, give it to somebody. Maybe we'll have a Mars Dwarves squad and somebody can wield it. By the way, our dwarves are stealing up even more. They have black steel high boots now made here in the fortress. Oh, how the hell did that happen? We have a vampire in our fortress? Really, with our only 25 people, we somehow got a vampire? It was our trader, because he was horrified after seeing English lens pools die. We're gonna have to interrogate this bastard now. It is time for some justice. We're gonna need a sheriff right now, and I'm gonna go name our sheriff Erin. Now, Erin's gonna need a study where she can interrogate our vampire, and she's gonna go and she's gonna find our vampire, who I renamed into Resident Evil. Let's see what he's got to say for himself. Unsolved? So you did not confess to that, did you? Do it again. Interrogate the bastard. Ah, look, he accused himself. Thank you, Resident Evil. And now Erin, our sheriff, is gonna take him into his new home. He's gonna be chained in here for viewing pleasure of everybody. Well, at least he is near a very fine restraint, so he's enjoying himself. And as for our poor rotting dwarf, he shall be buried in a sweet tomb. My miners are finally going deep. I believe we're gonna be finding something soon. Here we go. That is a lot of water. We're gonna have fun with this water eventually, but not right now. Also, we're gonna be trying to satisfy our first noble now, building some proper areas for them. Also, while we've been working on this, we actually got our first soap in. Everybody rejoice, we're gonna be healthy now. Apparently, we have an agitated animal out here. It's honey badger. These guys could be dangerous. I'm sending in my military. Can you actually catch him? Oh, you did it! Good job, Peppa. That is his first kill. Oh, look at that. We're getting new migrants. A surgeon has arrived and a couple more people. Hopefully no vampires this time around. I can't believe they're still coming in.
Look at them strew in. We are up to 46 population now. I think we need almost like 20 bedrooms or something. We're gonna be digging a lot of bedrooms right now. But at least we have more people that can dig. Oh, we actually have a petition for a temple and a priest in Fire Legends for the Creed of Shell. We'll definitely give our people a chance to pray, maybe right next to all these coffins that will eventually come in here. Now while we are digging out temples and such, we have created more black steel goods. So since we got some peasants who actually made it in here, well, let's assign them then. And here they go. They're gonna grab their new gear, and they're already sparring, and they're already watching. We got proper military, and we got Endok claiming a carpenter's workshop. Endok, who is otherwise an animal dissector, is going to be making something cool. I mean, he is hauling black steel bars right now. I didn't realize we also got our first child into the fortress. For now, it's just Ethel here. Our dwarf is actually working. He's got some black steel, pigtail cloth, and some logs. And he has created Bistocrodum, a citron wood bucket. Wow, you made a bucket, buddy? Its value is 8,000, and of course all craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It's studded with black steel and decorated with pigtail. This object menaces with spikes of black steel, and there's an image of pond grabbers in citron wood on it. Well, I mean, that could be useful, but also could be a nice display item. And there it is. We now have a bucket on display in our inn. Also, our tailors finally started making some fresh new clothing. Just some basic stuff for our people, as I feel like we are kinda behind on the whole clothing industry at this point, as we are of course very much behind on bedrooms right now, but at least our sheriff Erin is very satisfied with her quarters, and hopefully we can satisfy more bedroom requirements right here next to our forges. Actually, yeah, everybody now has a bedroom, let's go. And a human caravan has now arrived and blessed us with their presence. I know they wanted scepters, hopefully we made some. They want headwear next year? Maybe we can make some extra. Probably will not be making that. Now let's see if they brought us anything useful. Well, they definitely did bring the roaches that I asked for. Oh, we're gonna have a nice roach population, guys. And they brought us plenty of leather and cloth that we can buy. And we're gonna be trading them some of our old iron gear that we don't necessarily need anymore. Now, I'm gonna make all these roaches available as pets. Enjoy. Peoples, enjoy. In hindsight, buying all these roaches is probably a terrible idea, because if they spread, we can't even butcher them. They're just gonna have like a million roaches and they're gonna tank my FPS. But tell me that isn't the best idea you ever heard. Are you kidding me? We're getting migrants again? It feels like these guys have just arrived, but we are going higher again. And of course, the Farmers Guild has been established, as is always tradition. And we're up to 59 population now suddenly. Here we go. The farmers want a guild hall. I'll make it happen, farmers, I promise. But first, I need to go and build the final bedrooms here, which should now give everybody some lodgings. Also, look at how many people are hanging in our hospital, and Laura here is leading diagnostics demonstrations, so people can learn more about it. Even our little children who are just playing with their mini forges and such here. Oh boy. Here we go, a were-antelope Kimen Zapasofo has arrived. A large antelope twisted into humanoid form. Well, now we'll know why we fear the night. Here we go. And a farm plot has been destroyed by a were-antelope? What? You're already in? Oh no, there's a Reg the Fisher Dwarf is just chilling there. How did that bastard get past all of our traps? I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna lock this door and we're gonna leave. Oh, you are destroying the door. And you're leaving Reg alone? Well, we wanted to have Reg as a bait, but now I think we're gonna have to send our military up here. The question is, how long are you gonna be destroying this? Oh, here we go. I'm gonna slow down this combat, and we're gonna see if we can win without getting bitten and all that kind of stuff. Please, you guys got this. They do got this. The question is, has anybody been injured? It doesn't appear so. I think our boys are fine. We didn't even need to sacrifice Reg. Did manage to kill a cat, but that's all. And it looks like that Peppa has stabbed the were-antelope in the head with his steel spear and basically tearing the brain apart. So yeah, Peppa actually got the kill on Kimin. Very nice. Of course, I wasn't sitting idly. In the meantime, we are making more black steel equipment. And once that is complete, we're gonna be getting a couple more military dwarfs. Our temple is slowly but surely taking shape, but I haven't quite decided yet where I want to do the Farmers Guild. But well, at this point at least we have plenty of dwarves that when I tell them to do something, they do it pretty fast. And well, we're gonna go and we're gonna consecrate this temple right now. And this is gonna belong to the Creed of Shell. They worship fortresses, so that's pretty good. That is definitely a religion I can accept. And of course, with all these gold statues coming in, they're gonna be satisfied with this place even before it's complete. So, we're gonna now recognize the priesthood. And we're gonna assign Asmo to be the sacred bulwark. Hopefully she's gonna enjoy her new job, but now our woodcrafter has been possessed. We're gonna see what she's gonna be making. She is missing something, so we're gonna need to figure out what that was. Oh, looksy, we got snatchers coming in. We captured 3 goblins. Ah, the bastards tried to kidnap our children. I'm actually really not sure what my dwarf needs, because I think we have everything. We got bones, we got cloth thread, we got rough gems, we got metal bars, and we got wood. Oh, and now a caravan is arriving while we found some more gold in the caves down here. And looks like our fortress is now big enough that the dwarves are gonna elevate our lands. And normally I would want to elevate our expedition leader to become a baron, but Faye would then want bucklers, cairns, and ballista arrows. Yes, sorry. Not gonna happen, Faye. We're just gonna go with Dodok, our stonecrafter, who has no item preferences. And Faye has actually been elected our mayor, which is perfect. She's gonna want better bedrooms and such, and of course our Baron Dodok will want to have that as well. And we're gonna rename our legendary stonecrafter Baron into Cry. So Cry and Faye can then lead this place to glory. Now we're gonna quickly trade with our friendly dwarfs, mostly to buy all of their seeds ready, and all of our cloth bins. And as is tradition, they can have a little bit of a gift. Oh, our moody dwarf is finally getting the items? You needed the bones? We had these freaking bones there for ages. Our moody dwarf finally has all her things, and look at how much stuff she actually gathered. And with that, she created Anamanir Utharzathud, a papaya wood scepter. She offers it to the ancient fires. Of course, all craftsmanship is of the highest quality and it's worth 14,000. And the item is an image of Lockham Sealingway, the dwarf and dwarves in papaya wood. Lockham is surrounded by the dwarves, and the artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Lockham to the position of Baron at the Mortal Dagger in 83, that's more than 200 years ago. And with that, we're also getting some new migrants coming in, and they have established the Crystalline Guild, a Cross Dwarves Guild, and they brought the population up to 66 now, which means it's about time we assign some more dwarves to the military. And here they come, grabbing their new gear. While the dwarves of Zir Gomath, Fire Legends, experienced plenty of trauma in their first years living under the volcano, they made it their home. They had plenty of food and drinks in the stockpiles. Their forges were running hot and working day in, day out. And their military was clad in the best, locally sourced black steel only. With their basic needs taken care of, it was now time to look over the horizon. For there were goblins massing in their pits nearby, and that could only mean one thing: war. Alas, the military led by Spear Dwarf Peppa required more training before they'd be ready to assault the goblins, but luckily, there's bound to be plenty of good training opportunities at home where it's raining goblin blood on a daily basis. And while my dwarves happily train down here, I've got some big projects I want to do. The way I've been setting this up, there's a big stairway going down, and if I go faster, you'll see it goes in a pattern. And down below the aquifer, where of course we're getting our water from, I was thinking about, well, making an underground river. Of course, this is where we could then be able to do some farming and such. And since we do have a petition for Farmers Guild, well, that could be set up nicely over here somewhere as well. And eventually, I want to build my whole fortress around this descending stairwell. The good thing is we also get marble, which
I love the way it looks, but also can be used to make steel. And down here at the end, we're gonna smooth this section. Looks like we actually hit some damp stone already. I didn't expect it to be down here so far beneath, but that's okay. We can use this, of course. A little bit of damp stone never hurt nobody, right? Hey, you know, all this water is actually making my dwarves believe they are near waterfalls, so that's good for their moods at least. And I don't necessarily want all this water leaking quite yet, so we're gonna build some extra walls around here. And while everybody's working down below, I assigned a couple more dwarves to the military. In the meantime, our weaponsmith has been taken by a fey mood. He's gonna make something here at the Magma Forge. And Toon, the weaponsmith, has created Berdan Durat Unolstetat, a zinc short sword. Oh, that's not as good as you think. Even though it's worth a whole ton, 12,000, and of course all craftsmanship is of the highest quality. We're gonna assign it into the inn. Also, I need to put some blocks over here because, yeah, this is spilling over. I didn't even realize. You bastards better get out of here right now. Oh, are you gonna be fast enough? Just in time. Now that we have our military fully set up over here, I think we're gonna pull this lever and open the big door again. While this one up here, we're gonna close. And this is now gonna become officially our main entrance. Of course, I don't necessarily want my animals to be at the front entrance, but this is where they can be for now. And I'm also moving our trade depot right over here, so traders can actually bring the wagons in. Well, hopefully they're gonna manage to do it. We'll see. Although I think they usually spawn on this side, so maybe you're gonna have to like channel all this out so they'll have an easier time getting there. Also, I'm sure my miners are gonna enjoy chilling around all this goblin blood that's been falling from the sky. Oh yeah, Super Strider is loving it. Now, down here to create a river, I'm gonna be mining more of this aquifer above and basically rely on it to drip down. This is gonna be a very wet work, but surely my dwarves won't mind that. In fact, they'll probably be getting some positive moods being near waterfalls. This is gonna take some time, of course, but eventually the water shall flow. Oh yeah, it is already flowing. And now with this project kinda complete and in the works, it's time we accommodate our nobles. Now this is definitely gonna be a big project as well. It's a project we have to undertake. And the first noble chambers are taking shape now. Oh, there's a snatcher nearby. Military are not gonna get him because he got caged first. Our Baron Cry is getting his tomb finally, and a much better bedroom. Yeah, that instantly made him happier. He's also getting an office now, and a beautiful dining room. Yeah, that made him satisfied for now. Aw, Faye. She wants us to make caverns. I don't really want to make that. I don't really want to use that, but fine. Since we are still in the process of constructing her bedrooms, I'll allow it. And with that, her quarters are almost complete, and she's actually happy with them. Let's go. In the meantime, we got a couple new migrants coming in, and instantly a dyer has been possessed. He has claimed a crafts workshop over here. And in the meantime, the population is still going up. We are up to 89 now. And our dyer has created Larul Bakust, a reindeer bone crossbow. These guys really want me to start using crossbows, don't they? Of course, all craftsmanship is of the highest quality, and it is worth 5,000. For now, we're gonna put it on display right next to the other invisible for now crossbow. At least this one we can see, and looks actually kind of dope. And I also set up a quantum stockpile for our ore because we had quite a lot over here, and maybe we'll do something similar for obsidian or something like that, because these stockpiles are taking quite a lot of space, as you can see. Oh, I didn't even notice. There's a mutilated corpse of a honey badger, and guess who got the kill? Again, without even me telling them that he should do that. Now down here next to our water source, I have dug out this area where we're gonna be starting some planting soon, and just above it is gonna be where we're gonna have that farmers guild that I've been promising them for ages now. And while everyone is happily working on this future new guild, I'm gonna tell somebody to start pumping down here. And here comes the water. That's probably good enough. Let's stop. Oh yeah, definitely more than enough. And while the swimming pool slowly dries out, we got humies coming in here to trade. And they actually brought dragons in. Oh, that's great to see. Establishing new trade networks was important to Cry and Faye, for they knew that without good foreign relations, Fire Legends would stand no chance against the darkness in the long term. But with the fortress growing with every season, they found themselves juggling the moods and the needs of a crowd much larger than ever before. In came the requests for new guild halls, demands for more temples dedicated to the many gods of the Dwarven pantheon, and some even called for more soldiers and siege equipment to protect the front gate. Every question and demand was valid. They needed everything. But in the end, the defenses of Fire Legends were of paramount importance. Now, first we're gonna trade here with these boys. I want to start working a bit on how our upstairs area is gonna end up looking. I'm gonna mine out some of these sections just to flatten this area, and I think we're gonna build like a guard tower above this. But first, let us trade with the humies. I'm gonna buy mostly their leather and such, because our animal industry is just not big enough yet to satisfy all our needs for leather. That was a good trade. Oh, the humies are leaving. Oh, it's so cool seeing these go. In my enthusiasm to actually mine all this out, we accidentally broke in here. Oops. But you know what? A little bit of a hole into the fortress never hurt nobody, right? Like, this could only end well, for sure. And while we enthusiastically mine up there, I am gonna start setting up these farming plots down in the caves. Also, we got migrants arriving and stepping on the pools of blood instantly. They gonna love the experience. And you know who else is gonna love this experience? A new squad I'm about to create. I'm gonna be assigning Ethel, who is a legendary fighter and hammer dwarf who's been with Peppa since day one. And I'm gonna rename Ethel into Peggy. And so Peggy and her squad are gonna get some new gear and then they're gonna go train. Oh, in the meantime, the Blanketed Fellowship want a temple and a priest. I mean, I'm already way behind on my petitions. Why not another one, right? Oh, and the Creed of Yearlings as well, a temple and a priest. And we had a Metalsmiths Guild established. Oh, we collapsed something. What did you do? Oh my god, you guys, you collapsed something again. And killed a rabbit? The horror. Well, good thing it was just a rabbit. Because we're definitely not doing this the safe way, are we? Look, don't worry guys, this is for your own good. The fact that Peggy is dizzy and vomiting slightly, we're gonna fix that. But everybody escaped down into the caverns, I feel like, because I told them to, yeah, start growing stuff here. And once the summer is done, we're gonna stop growing up here. Ah, there we go. The Tingil, of course, wants a guild hall now. They already kinda have a small location here, but of course it's, well, it's crappy. Also, weirdly, I assigned Peggy to be the captain of the guard, which I didn't want to. I wanted her to be just a militia commander. We're gonna have to fix this. We cannot have that. Alright, that squad has been reset, but now, yeah, you're just gonna drop your boots here, aren't you? They're gonna have to rethink their life for a sec. I'm gonna figure it out. In a sec, for sure. Could it be at all possible that I'm giving my dwarves too much to do and a wild force of darkness has arrived, commanded by the goblin Saspfold Wonders? They actually brought a ram with them this time around, which is kind of cool. What is not cool is that, you know, everything here is open. Just full on open. Which probably means I'm gonna have to meet these guys out there in the open. Oh, well, my army is still pretty green. Let's meet them out here in the open. Let's go for the swordsmen and the archers. Oh, we have another ambush. I kind of expect there's gonna be people dying today. That's just the way it is. But so far, kind of good. You guys don't go down there. Let us all pull back, please. Oh, Peggy's chasing them in the trees. Oh, we have met their whole squad then. Might as well go properly to battle then. It's kind of hard to see when we're fighting here in the slopes, but I feel like we're doing pretty good. These guys are trying to escape and run away. Look at my dwarves slaying them. We even destroyed their battering ram. Let's go. We do have one person injured. Saxo here's got some trouble breathing here and ability to stand has been lost. Hopefully somebody's gonna come and rescue him. Our brewer here is running to recover the wounded. I have a feeling we might have lost our man. Yeah, we did.
Saxel has been found dead. Well, for how unprepared we were for this siege, this went really well. One death is not that big of a price we had to pay. We got 2 new fighters to Peppa's squad to replace Peggy and the fallen dwarf. And of course, Peggy's squad still has 5 open positions, which we gonna fill slowly. Hey, and we got wagons coming in. Would have been nice if you guys were around when we were attacked before. How the hell did we collapse the cavern again? What the fuck did you do? You killed Super Strider! Oh, you fools! I told them to build stuff, and they went to build it before they dug out, and now we killed Super Strider! One of our initial dwarves. He was the guy with the best ever haircut. Oh man, come on. Well, for those of you who watched Strap at work, you would know that this will keep on happening. We will keep on throwing stuff on my people's heads. But in any case, Faye has been re-elected, and we are now a county, which makes Cry a cunt. Very nice. But in good news, our trapper has created Zeller Rosdin, a Koboltite amulet, and he offers it to the Ancient Fires. It's actually worth 14,000, and all craftsmanship is of course of the highest quality. And on the item is an image of Ilima Ravenscourt, the elf, and a cave dragon, and the artwork relates to the killing of the elf Ravenscourt by a cave dragon in the muddy forest in the early spring of 222. That's beautiful. We're gonna put it on display here, and in the meantime we got more migrants coming in. Migrants to replace those that have fallen. Poor Super Strider is gonna be buried here. And of course, more migrants means more bedrooms that need to be created, which I still haven't done even for the last squad. And the Helmet Communion also wants a temple and a priest. Really? We got 5 petitions right now for 2 guilds and 3 of these temples? Jesus. I mean, definitely not Jesus, but you get the idea. You could almost say I'm trying to do way too many things at the same time, huh? So let's just trade for now and chill for a sec. I think I'll probably just buy some of their cloth again and leather, and I'll give them some of our old crap. Plus, of course, they get a little bit of a gift. Now, I want to actually try something. If I build reinforced walls up here, let's say out of granite and copper, which, let's be real, look pretty dang good. Can I now fortify them? Oh, yes, I can. Oh, also, I've been too late on the guild hole for the crystalline guild. That's a problem. I really need to work on these, right? But these are not that old yet. The other one was pretty damn old. Unfortunately, these fortifications, well, they just look like fortifications. They don't look as cool as they otherwise would, you know, for the fortified walls. I promise you, crafters, if you go and if you beseech me again, I'll totally do it this time around, I promise. And to show that I'm not joking around, I'm gonna quickly go and I'm gonna fix the blacksmith's guild here, or should I say the metalsmith's guild. I'm just gonna drop a couple gold stashes in here. That shouldn't be too hard, right? There we go. It has been satisfied. I'm trying to figure out where should I make the temples that we are missing. Maybe I'll just start down here. Oh, while building this temple, this totally means something. Tobo, the milker, has given birth to a boy. And Uvash is our first baby in this here fortress. That is indeed truly glorious. Now, back to this temple. I think it's slowly but surely done. At least one of them, right? And we're gonna assign this one to the Blanketed Fellowship. Let's recognize the priesthood. And Libash is gonna become the Holy Helm. Now, what's gonna satisfy me is assigning more soldiers to Peggy's bombs. Now, I can't really say that these dwarves are gonna be very competent fighters yet, but eventually they will become just that. And now we are back to making temples. And this one shall be the Creed of Yearlings. There you go. 2 of the temples are now, well, established. When I say established, this one still needs a little bit. There we go. We can recognize this as a priesthood now. I'm gonna have Mosses the Woodburner be the new sacred general. We're even getting some bedrooms in finally for my people. They've been really craving these for a while now, but slowly but surely this is gonna get fixed. War and death were an everyday companion for the dwarves, and those calling Fire Legends their home were no strangers to it.
Workplace incidents were even more common. Alas, death there was a much sadder affair. Hence the importance of many temples where they could connect to the dwarven pantheon and let go of bad memories, of bad thoughts, or of bad intentions. For even though they were all neighbors working together for the betterment of Fire Legends, there were always some bad apples around. I'm actually not quite sure what I want to do with our resident bad apple here. He's been chained here for a while for viewing pleasure of everybody walking by. Maybe eventually we'll have to sacrifice him to the volcano gods or something. Also, I finally started digging deeper down here. This is where we can eventually put our animals. Because of course we don't want them here at the front entrance where the war is gonna be happening. And up above we're gonna be building more copper reinforced granite walls. Oh, we have a Feymud from our leatherworker. Looks like he's gonna be working furiously right here. And he has created a Aserarokir Tumam Gitur, a llama leather brace? I have to admit, I'm not quite sure what that is. Oh, looks like it's some kind of panties. Dude made leather panties, valued 2,500. Alright, there's an image of the prime rib, the Kokoplays amulet in one-humped camel leather, and there's an image of Erit crafted sockets, the dwarven armadillo leather, and on the item is an image of the Harry Potter, the citronwood bucket in Kokoplays. Beautiful. We're gonna put it on display here in the tavern. Because let's be real, if you're putting panties on display anywhere, tavern. Yeah, that's the right place. Also, for the first time in ages, we have bedrooms. Enough bedrooms for all of the people. Let's go. Now down here where we're setting this up, I actually did set up a fishing area quite some time ago, and I built 2 fisheries down here. Yet I forgot to assign anybody to actual fishing, which is really stupid for somebody who shuffled like 200 kilos of fish in 20 minutes before pressing record today. So now we'll see if Reg can actually catch something here. I think he might. I think he just might. Unless, of course, she pumps out all the water. This is probably enough here. Let's let it go for a bit longer. Now let's do the same process here for a little bit of a swimming pool. Yeah, that should be good enough as well. Well done, my friends. Reg is telling me there's nothing to catch in the central swamps. Are you calling this swamps, Reg? Really? I'm calling this a beautiful swimming pool, and you can't stop me. And my farmers are also working furiously down here, really doing a great job planting and harvesting all of this. So while the ponds dry out, I'm gonna go and reward them finally with that last temple we have to build. Even though I probably should be working our defenses over here, but yeah. Now, I gave my best legendary miner a new pickaxe. Now she's got black steel pick. Hopefully that's gonna help her mine a bit faster. Now we're just waiting here for more green glass blocks to be made, and then this area is gonna be ready as well. But I can already assign it to the Helmed Communion, and soon as they engrave this, it's gonna be enough. And there it is. We're gonna recognize the priesthood, and Ingish the Boyer is gonna become the Holy Bulwark. Finally, no petitions await us, which means it's time I start focusing on this again. Oh, we also have migrants arriving. Hello, friends, come on in. I just have to build you a couple of bedrooms now, huh? Oh, we're up to 123. That is actually a lot of people. Yeah, I need 18 new bedrooms. God damn. Don't worry. We're gonna set it up all over here in the caverns. And just like that, it is done. We got all the bedrooms. That was the fastest I ever managed to accommodate our newcomers. Oh, our mechanic has withdrawn from society, and it's hauling a piece of granite to a mechanic's workshop. Nice. Oh, the Guild of Mists, the Farmers Guild, now wants a grand guild hall, but of course. Just the fact that it's already built and it's got quite some value from these gold statues should make things easier. We can also engrave all of the walls here and just, build them some proper flooring, and that's gonna make things nicer. And back to our mechanic, he's created Kodamar, a granite mechanism. Well, I'm not gonna take this for granted, but its value is 6,200, and of course all craftsmanship is of the highest quality. There's a couple of images of Zacid ringtones, the dwarf,
on this thing, and the artwork relates to the ascension of the dwarf Zacit to the position of King of the Mortal Dagger in 83, some 200 years ago. That mechanism is gonna go on display here in the inn as well. Now my kitchen's got some miasma problems, I'm not quite sure. We got lots of various roasts and such, but they're just letting them rot over here instead of putting them into the pots that we actually have plenty of empty of. Look at that. There's empty pots. I can see them right there. Also, the Humies have arrived and Cry is meeting with them. They brought some news. Looks like there's quite the war happening here between humans, goblins, and the elves. Looks like the humans are actually kind of winning their war. Maybe I don't even need to go to war with the goblins. The Humies are gonna do everything. I actually got 3 wagons coming in this time around. Good job, Humies. Now let's trade with the Humies and see what they've got. You know what? I'll buy your capybara. I want to see how they are. I've not played with capybaras before. And of course, I want your beer if you got any. Oh, here we go. We got migrants coming in again, and they're bringing chicks, ducks, and goats. Oh, looks like we have an invasion of angry monkeys, and I don't think the monkeys are doing too well. There's still a couple of agitated out here, but I think most of them got wrecked. Monkey, if you want to come in, this is not going well for you. The quiescent coven now wants a temple and a priest as well. That's a lot of requests for these temples. These dwarves worship many different things, don't they, huh? Well, I wonder if they worship dragons, because Limul Zirilmar Istrazosram has arrived, a gigantic reptilian creature. It is magical and can breathe fire. Oh, this is gonna be interesting, isn't it? I think the question now is, do we save our animals and fight it directly, or do we pull back a bit, watch it burn the animals, and have the traders probably die to it, and then see if we can trap it? I think the problem is we're just not yet ready for this kind of danger. So in that case, we're gonna fight it directly, I think. If we could fight it somewhere where shit doesn't burn, that'd be great. But I guess we'll see soon. It is slowly but surely coming closer. And my dwarves are gone for it already. Oh, it's really fast, actually. Nobody even burned. If you could guys move away, run away from the fire, that'd be great. Really. Just go inside right now, and we'll just let this fire spread, I think. Peggy, where are you going? Get inside. We're gonna close the gates. Come on, somebody quickly pull this lever. I don't want the fire to spread in. That's good. By the way, it was a Wooker, the spear dwarf, who got the kill on the dragon. She also killed 4 goblins previously here. I think it's only appropriate we rename her Dragon Slayer, right? Also, I think the fire has now died down. Perfect! We can open the front gates again. Bye, Humies. Don't run over the dragon on your way out. I am also digging out some more bedrooms over here where we can put all of our new migrants that I almost forgot about. So let's try to accommodate them before we get a new section coming in. The Guild of Mist is now satisfied with their guild hall. That's nice. All they needed was some gold statues, of course. So my ducks are not gonna be so alone laying eggs for us. I established 2 new areas here, one for geese and one for chicken. And I'm gonna forbid these doors, and hopefully they're gonna replicate a bit. Now slowly but surely, we're gonna be getting enough fungus growing down here so I can start maybe moving some of my animals. And the first pasture is gonna be for my water buffaloes. The second one then could be for my goats. Also, I think it is time we slowly but surely dismantle this section up here. What did we destroy, boys? Oh, it's probably the roof. I forgot we had the roof on top of that. Well, hopefully nobody died. Looks like we're good. Nobody injured. That one is full on me. Sorry, boys. Hey, our dwarf boys are coming in. This is really, you can maneuver the wagons on this, but in the last fort you couldn't make it in. Oh, they want to elevate us again. Well then. And they want cut gems next year. Oh, we can definitely trade that. We'll have a lot. And now we have been made a duchy, which means Cry is gonna be complaining again that his bedrooms aren't fit for him. Now, a couple of things happen at the same time. Our glassmaker has withdrawn from society, and we got more migrants coming in. I think we're gonna have to put you into military soon, huh? The Creator Shell now wants a temple complex and a high priest. And which one is that? Oh, that's our original temple complex. Okay. So they're saying they want more golden statues and more engravings, basically. Now let's hope our friendly dwarves brought us some cool stuff, because I'll be trading quickly. As is tradition, I'll buy some beer. Not that we necessarily need it, but you know, as they say, when in Rome. Also buy some books, or should I say scrolls, because we don't really have any. And it would be nice to slowly but surely build a library. Although, of course, we have other priorities to build right now. Like maybe finally, eventually, finish our defenses here. In the meantime, our glassmaker has created a mobile quinturel, a green glass cabinet. It is worth 13,800 and of course all craftsmanship is of the highest quality. And on the item is an image of Locum Mavorb the dwarf in green glass and some forgotten beasts. And well, since our Duke Cry wants another cabinet, we'll give him another cabinet. And that should hopefully satisfy him. Oh yeah. Our Duke is happy. Happy nobles, happy fortress is how to say it, right? Now that gives us the chance to, well, finally maybe fix this area up here. And see, I kind of wanted some like catapult and stuff up here. I feel like having catapults in the direction where, well, the enemies are most likely going to be coming is going to be great. And also one right at the front gates. Apparently we also killed a honey badger again. I don't even know when it managed to get inside, but that's cool, I guess. Also, we'll want to build some bolt throwers around here, which also means I'm gonna have to start making some arrows. And when I say arrows, I mean bolts. Luckily, we have plenty of extra bars like copper, zinc, and lead. Oh yeah, we can make arrows out of that. Apparently lead bolts are not a thing, so copper bolts then. Let's go. Oh, what did we just collapse again? I see a dead corpse. No, we killed another dwarf by collapsing something. I'm not even sure. I think somebody just received a couple of blocks on their head. Yes, we have killed you. I'm sorry. I think she might have even been a legendary miner, potentially. Now she's gonna go here, where we bury the bodies. May she rest in pieces. Ushrir Dodakor. Cry even left his hood here for some reason. And Faye wants me to make cairns again. Thanks, Faye. We're slowly but surely stockpiling these. Also, while we are fixing the upper area and making bolts, I made some new bedrooms here that actually, in my opinion, look really cool. Yes, I know that sounded like I just had a stroke, but trust me, they do look cool. And just like that, we got 10 more bedrooms. There you go, our first bolts are coming here. We got lots and lots of copper stuff, and even more copper stuff. We're also picking up some silver and iron bolts that are just lying around here. We now have 4 bolt throwers ready over here with plenty of copper bolts stored. 1600. I'll add a couple more over on this side as well, I think. Work also continues, of course, on our grand temple, and hopefully these golden statues will do it. They did not quite do it. Let's engrave some more stuff then. There you go. Let's recognize the high priest then. And Momos the peasant, who is a competent comedian, is gonna become the sacred bulwark. There's one more temple we have to finish over here, and once we get enough green glass bricks, we can do that. Also, it seems like my water buffaloes have, well, they have eaten all the stuff. They're now starting to starve. I guess they'll have to go back to the entrance for now, until that is regrown a bit more. And back to the temples, we're gonna go for the quiescent coven for art and inspiration. And we can already recognize the priesthood, and Soto the engraver, who's a skilled consoler, is gonna become the holy lesson. How'd you break shit again? Stop it right now. No, I really wish my miners would stop breaking shit. That'd be great. And also, I realize it's my fault. I have a feeling this is gonna continue happening while we continue digging this shit out. But that's just the way it is when you basically try to dig out half of the volcano away. And eventually we are gonna succeed here. The only slight problem I've got now is that this first floodgate lever is here, and that one connects to this one. I'm not sure if you can actually reconnect it somewhere else, but I'm gonna try. But generally, this is kind of the way I wanted it. Now we can start working further on this in the future. And just as you think that things would look good, a were antelope Bistcash Etritara has arrived. A large antelope twisted into humanoid form. Now you will know why you fear the night. You are here and my miners are out there. This is it's gonna be great. I'm gonna be sending Peggy's bombs after it. And hopefully my miners can run away. Nope. Nope, that one's gonna die. But the squads are coming, and the squads have killed it. It was Toulon, the Axe Lord, who got the kill. And of course our gem cutter is heavily bleeding. Which means that if you heal him, he's forever gonna be a werebeast as well. Luckily, he's got no family or anything like that, so this is gonna make things easier for us. Now, hopefully somebody comes and fixes our poor cursed Dusim. Yes, the poor guy has been torn open quite badly. Also, the Company of Cherishing, a Doctor's Guild, has been established. That's great to see. We actually had the Doctor's Guild here for quite a while, but they'll probably petition for something better. Yep, they want it right now. Now, I told Dusim to actually go into a special barrow, but he's just praying here. He doesn't respect my authority. Well, if he doesn't want to move, we're just gonna entomb him here. Well, that works. Have fun, Dusim the Cursed. you can just chill in there. I'm also gonna just expel him, so the game doesn't tell me that he's been stranded. But otherwise, yeah, he's been stranded. The dragon was slain. The monster secured. The nobles were satisfied. And the grand entrance was mostly complete. Naturally, there was a lot still to be done before Fire Legends was safe from the outside threats. But militia leaders Peppa and Peggy agreed that the best defense was a good offense. Now that sturdy walls, catapults, and bolt throwers could protect their home, it was time to join the humans on their crusade against the goblin plague. And the sooner they joined the fray, the sooner peace would reign over these lands. Alas, their noble leaders Cry and Faye knew their quest for peace could not be achieved without spilling a lot of blood. So the balance between home defense and active campaigns had to be struck, or else they'd risk leaving Fire Legends open to the ravenous wilds. Luckily, the only ravenous thing in these wilds are these giant parakeets that are, you know, just chilling out here. Also, our cursed friend has just transformed into a were antelope and is now chilling in his new room. And that sound meant that the world has passed into the 7th age of legends. Yeah, we are so totally legendary now. Now, for our dragon slayer, who has defeated that dragon that arrived last episode, actually created a new squad, the dragon slayers. And we're gonna be assigning more warriors there. And now these new soldiers are gonna come over here and they're gonna equip themselves with some proper gear. And the last of the new dragon slayers is getting ready now. And then they can all train together right here, right now. That still leaves us with 55 black steel bars ready to go, which means we can go back to the forges and start forging some more. Now, what we need to do here is, well, get a roof on top of this. And how we're gonna do that? Well, that is a good question. We're gonna have to use a lot of blocks here. I kind of like the idea of like a slope going up, so we'll play around with that for a bit. Also, in the meantime, looks like we killed another honey badger somewhere around here. So there's that, which made everybody cancel their jobs because they got scared. I mean, apparently a full honey badger head sailed all the way up here. Yeah, that's kind of understandable to get scared. Yeah, I gotta admit, I am kind of liking this. This is pretty cool. Also, this is not so cool. Sawmill, a gigantic dove, has arrived. It has a long swinging trunk and it's got a bloated body. Beware its noxious secretions. Can this thing even, like, reach us? It can fly, but I don't think we even have access to the caves right now. This should be blocked off. Also, apparently it's already injured. It has killed a couple of troglodytes here in Fire Legends, so that would do it. Well, as far as I'm concerned, it can play with troglodytes while we work on our upstairs areas. And ladies and gentlemen, our pyramid is now done. This is gonna protect our... Really? Our ruler has arrived? I wasn't even, to be honest, thinking about that, but well, there we go. Here they are all coming. Welcome, new migrants, I say. Are you kidding me? Our king is a goblin? Oh, I did not realize that all. That's amazing. That is truly glorious. Of course, now our Goblin King is gonna require a royal dining room, mausoleum, throne room, bedroom, everything, and there's also the outpost liaison there as well. Well, at least we managed to finish the front gate pyramid before the king arrived, so now I have to work on King's bedrooms. I was actually planning to send our squads out there and attack some of these goblin things. And I think we're gonna start with the tiny dark goblin pits of Rained Demon with population of roughly 10 gobos. It's gonna be Peppa Smashers going on this mission, and their goal to openly raise and destroy the site. Also, we have successfully relinked this floodgate, so that's good. And the new lever is now here just outside the inn. The next thing we gotta do is enlarge our Doctors Guild that I promised them that they'll have a nice new guild here. Also, the Order of Youths wants a temple and a priest next. Well, fine. Plus, Peppa Smashers have successfully returned. They got some iron bolts, copper greaves, a grey langer bone amulet, bismuth bars, some elk birds, and 2 big dogs. That's kind of cool. Now, the goblins were led by the hornbill woman Rare Puzzle Strife, who actually outmatch Peppa with cunning plan, and they had a strong positional advantage. They actually tried to attack us like really badly, but my dwarves managed to destroy them and struck them down. And Peppa Smashers all returned successfully. Now the elk birds they actually brought back are male and female, so we could possibly breed these. Actually, same goes for the big dogs. They are also a male and a female. If you guys could stop socializing where I'm trying to build the walls to this place, that would work greatly. I'm just trying to make your place nice, don't you understand? So we're gonna engrave this whole hospital so it's gonna look nicer. Now they're all chilling where I'm trying to build the freaking gold statues. And that's enough. Let's go. The petition has been done. Now we're digging a channel in the back over here, which is where I kind of want to build a moat around our entrance area. And of course we built lead reinforced quartzite blocks over here just to protect this backside. So if anybody wants to come inside, they're gonna have to climb pretty high. And our Goblin King is telling me that we should make shields. Okay, that is one thing we can do. In fact, that's one thing we want to do. The Mechanical Guild, a Clothier's Guild has been established. Those two things do not go together, but okay, I'll take it. Oh, look at that, the Humies have arrived. Hello, humans. Humies brought news of them attacking a couple more of the goblin pits, but there's still quite a few around here, and there's this big section that, well, we definitely need to dismantle eventually. Also, of course, the Clothiers now want their new guild hall. I'm way ahead of them, already working on it. Also, in a shocking turn of events, Betka Omodezo, Queen Consort, has been elected mayor. She replaced Faye, and now we have a Goblin King and a Goblin Mayor? Faye, how do you feel about all of that, huh? I'm gonna allow Faye to keep her bedrooms, but now we have to set something up for a new mayor as well. And of course, royal rooms for a king as well. The were-opossum has arrived? Oh, do we fear the night? Let's see. The Humies are already fighting it and shooting it, and it is indeed dead. But of course, our furnace operator, god damn it, has been hit. Oh, and that's bad. Well, now we have another were antelope or were whatever, possum. That's not gonna make things easier for us, is it? The joy of hearing of their king's arrival to Fire Legends have been quickly replaced by horror when Faye and Cry realized their king was a goblin. But the fact that their arch enemy now governed old dwarves did not bother most of the local residents. In fact, they were more than happy to appoint the king's consort as their new mayor, completely replacing the old noble rule. Thankfully, the military led by Peppa was still on their side, and thankfully the goblin leaders didn't really care about the day-to-day life of the fort. So the war continued as planned, while Faye and Cry had to come up with a final solution for their king. And our king wants us to make more shields. And we have a stoneworker working on a mysterious creation. Yeah, we're working on like 100 different things to fix over here. Don't worry about it. And our doctor has created Asas Togal, an andesite bed? Oh, that's interesting. He wants it as a personal treasure. I think that's not gonna happen. The bed is worth 15 100, and of course all craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of apple wood, and the item is an image of Yon Spirit, the Oaks of Learning, the green glass cabinet in andesite. So you made a rock bed? That doesn't sound very comfortable. And our queen consort is actually gonna do a good thing. She entombed our new cursed dwarf. Good thing he does not really have a family here, because we're gonna have to expel him. Now let us trade with the humies. Of course, I'll want their wine that we cannot make ourselves. And again, we can buy all of their cloth and leather bins. And maybe we'll buy their scrolls for our once upon a time library. Faye, you can go back to scheming now if you want. And I'm going back to rebuilding my tavern. The guild hall agreement for the mechanical guild has now been satisfied, so that's this place over here. And then we are working on that last temple that we still owe our people right down here. And once this one is completed, we're gonna be looking at more happy dwarves, hopefully. Also, our were beasties are slowly but surely transforming. And apparently, we got more migrants, and one of them is... that might be a visitor that is stuck here. Let's chop down this tree. And with all these newcomers, we need like 30 and more bedrooms for them. We're gonna be mining out one section here for like 20 bedrooms. And also, I'm gonna be creating a new military squad. And this is gonna be led by Jurist Kudustkib from Peppa Smashers. And looks like the king actually brought some really good dwarf fighters with him, so I'm gonna assign these to the squad as well. Actually, I'm not gonna be assigning them because I just realized I forgot to make weapons for them. And these guys will be able to train in here once, of course, I've made them their weapons. I'm gonna name this militia commander Claymore. This temple is finally completed for the Order of Youths, and I can recognize the priesthood. And Lockham here, the clothier, is gonna become the Sacred Lord. Finally, no more petitions waiting, just need to build royal bedroom like a million other bedrooms. Now you can finally fix Claymore's squad, and we can assign these legendary warriors. And here they come, grabbing their new stuff. Our inn is starting to look better. We're gonna have a nice dining section on this side, and we're gonna have some golden statues next to it as well, so people should really enjoy this now. Now that that is kind of complete, let's finally do something for our king and queen. I think for our queen we could just duplicate this thing here, because that is definitely enough for a mayor. Something like this, maybe? It will have to do. In the meantime, down here we should set these bedrooms finally. That should be a decent amount of bedrooms for now. And now that we have plenty of extra armor stockpiled over here, I'm gonna assign more soldiers to the claymores. And once these guys are fully equipped, they can go back to training. And with that, we're gonna have 4 proper squads protecting our place. Which means it's only appropriate we send Peppa Smashers out there again. And we're gonna try to raise this place again. Here they go. Good luck, my dwarves. And our fellow dwarves are coming in with their fresh new caravan. Let's go. Guys, you're just going... What the fuck was that? They just drove by. Oh well, back to Queen's Chambers then, I guess. And when I say queen, you know who I mean. It's the Queen's Consort, our new mayor. Or King's Consort, Jesus, I can't even talk today. And as I set up more of these bedrooms for just normal people and not concerts and such, our smashers have actually returned. Looks like all of them came back, which is great. And I see they once again failed to raise this place, but they did bring more big dogs and elk birds back. That's all they did? You just rampaged through Rain Demon and looted treasure. I told you to raise the place, god damn it, Peppa. I was thinking what we could do with these cages that are just lying around here. And then I thought, hey, what if we actually do cages? By cages, I mean cage traps. I've been mostly ignoring making these, so let's make some of these, shall we? Also, planters want a guild now in Fire Legends. Of course, naturally, I will approve of this. Just add it to the pile of 100 different things that I'm working on at the same time. And just to make things much harder for myself, I'm gonna make this guild right here in the most convoluted way possible. And we are getting more migrants in. Hello, you are bringing animals again. That was really not necessary. But I only brought population up to 181, so not that terrible. This place is actually starting to look much nicer than it was before. And I think the queen should hopefully be satisfied with this. And our king constantly wants us to make shields. Oh, the Flaxen Doctrines now also want a temple and a priest. This is the 6th temple that people have requested. That's a lot, actually. Also, just imagine that after I am done building this, Faye gets re-elected as a mayor. Also, the Crafts Dwarves Guild is back. They want a guild hall again, and this time around, I will be on this instantly. I promise. And while we're working on all of these many things, I'm gonna see if Peppa will actually be able to raise this place this time around. Don't return without destroying it, please. Ooh, a baby has been born here. Lord the Doctor. Good job, Lord the Doctor. Your child goes to the children's burrow now. Also, we have a couple of Ryan Goslings hatching over here, which is great to see. I'll forbid some of these fertilized goose eggs. And we're gonna open these gates for everybody. Peppa Smashers also returned. Let's hear that report. They brought 7 big dogs, 8 big dogs, and 2 elk birds. Wow. And they're actually really terrible at it. They just took the livestock and rampaged through Rain Demon, and that was it. But our big dog population grows ever larger. And same goes for our elk birds down here. And down here, our planters are now getting their very cool looking guild hall. I don't like that we have mud here. We don't take kindly to mud. Anyway, you can see we are adding some glass windows here, so you'll be able to see what's happening down there. But otherwise, I'm gonna leave this area open like this, you know, open to everybody. With just a couple of tables and chairs in the middle where people can chill. We will, of course, engrave these walls and add a couple of golden statues at the entryway. And these guys are satisfied. Let's go. A couple of levels above that, we're going to be setting up our Crafters Guild over here next to the Mechanics Guild right there. Now, since Peppa doesn't seem to be very good at smashing this place, I'm gonna send him against maybe this one that's got a bit higher population at 30. Dark Goblin Fortress of Flackwitch. Hopefully these guys can be better right there. Now, let's take a look if this is good enough. Our mayor, Queen Consort, is satisfied. She's just missing her weapon rack, which should be coming in right about now. Yeah, there you go. So she's happy. Of course, King is actually sharing these rooms with her. Apparently the planters decided to sleep in there. Alright, I guess there's an affair happening here. I'll remember you, Tekud. He's not saying that he's got any connections to them, but you know what? I'll keep my eye on you. Now, Peppa Smashers have returned once again. I see the Dark Goblin Fortress still stands, but it's got less population than before. They brought back 2 elk birds. Apparently also stole a bunch of books and such, and Raw Green Ink has been the one striking down the most goblins, it seems. Good thing they just left all the books right there, huh? Or should I say scrolls. So Raw Green Ink is a lady who got 3 notable kills on 3 goblins and also a couple of other goblin kills here at Fire Legends. I will rename her Goblin Foe. I think we're gonna start slaughtering our animal population here. Apparently the butchers are already working on it. Kind of forgot that I already assigned some of them. Never mind, we're gonna need another butcher shop, huh? And speaking of butchery, Tobal, our wrestler, has given birth to a girl right here while training. That's actually pretty amazing. By the way, I really hate how not centered these stairs ended up being here. But it is what it is, I guess. And now we can finally assign this last temple to the Flaxen Doctrines, worshipping oceans, fish, lakes, rebirth and birth. I can get behind that. And with the final golden chest, they are ready to be recognized as a priesthood. And Neil the Glazer is gonna become the Holy Hoof, which is a legendary name, to be honest. And for the Crystalline Guild, I didn't realize it actually has 41 members, and I failed them the first time. That is rough. We really need to do good right now. Also, what we really need to do good against is Etin Sor Angostrul Axas Pagos. Yes, that blah is in there somewhere, trust me. A giant humanoid monster with 2 heads. I don't even think this thing's gonna stand a chance against my military, but let them come inside and we'll see who's gonna get the kill. Oh, he got caged. He got instantly caged. That was very anticlimactic, wasn't it? By the way, looking at Etin, I realized this seems like almost the last dwarves that came to trade just dropped a bunch of stuff, and so I'll claim this now. And the dwarves shall march out there and steal it all. You know, it just fell off of a wagon, in the back of the wagon, you know, nothing wrong with that. It's just how it happens. What is also happening is we're gonna be attacking Flackwitch again, and Papa, please raise it this time around. By the way, we were actually making some black steel crossbows, and we have some auric steel crossbows that I made from gold, which means we could potentially make a new squad that would be for crossbowmen. But first, let's see what Peppa Smashers have done this time around. They brought a lot more big dogs and Dralthas this time around. And once again, they just rampage through the place. We are really bad at this, aren't we? At raising stuff. Like, horrible. Now the question is, what are we gonna do with all these Dralthas that are apparently climbing trees right now? Well, if nothing else, that really tells us we should get rid of our water buffaloes. Who needs boring animals like these, right? So we're gonna be big dog and Draltha maxing down here now. What we're gonna not be maxing is forgotten beasts. Shonethimi has arrived, gigantic skinless ankylosaurid with wings and webs. In the meantime, our other forgotten beast is fighting pond grabbers here, and I'm guessing this one is gonna join in on the fray. Yes, it is indeed doing exactly that. Who's gonna win? My money is on the one with webs. They're on two different levels, so it's kind of hard to see who is doing anything here. Oh yeah, the webby one won. Of course, it cannot get to us, which to be honest is pretty good. I think eventually when our defenses are complete, I'm gonna open the access to the caves, maybe like on the other side of the map, so things can get out. Also, these Dralthas and big dogs have nicer living quarters than most of our own people. But again, our own people live with these monsters here as neighbors. I didn't realize my dwarves were still stealing stuff here. You can just follow the vomit trail. They're not very used to this, are they? By the way, I didn't even ever realize we had so many Ryan Goslings and chicks here now. Plus the ducks. We're going wild on animals now. Well, in fact, I should be going wild on goblins. Our Crafters Guild is slowly but surely taking shape down here. Also, Peppa Smashers are once again back. Looks like we killed a bunch of goblins. We didn't destroy the place. They also didn't bring back any spoils. So no more livestock for me, it seems. I had a feeling that this might not be enough crafting stations, so I hid some more down below. Also, we should really engrave this whole place. And now, I think it's time we destroy all of these crafting stations up here, and these stone stockpiles as well, and well, all the other stockpiles that we had up here. No longer shall my dwarves be working next to these two monsters. Also, I was thinking, do we maybe have any wind up here? That would be actually interesting to check. Not that it would be easy to get on the roof right now. Let's actually give it a try. Let's check out, because if we do, we could actually have some water falling on the heads of my people here. Just another project amongst all of these other projects. And down on this side, we're gonna have the Stonecrafters Guild, or should I say Stone Workers. There you go. That's gonna be the one. Although I have a feeling we might need a bit of a bigger stockpile for all these blocks, don't we? Well, that's something we can then maybe set up down here in the basement on this area. Well, that finally satisfied people. I want to fix this. I want to, well, work on many other things, like maybe even more bedrooms. And maybe even create something for our king before he gets too upset. And of course, the outpost liaison as well. The king was not impressed by the speed these dwarves worked at. He suspected the previous nobles might be behind the lazy workflow and constant priority shifts that left his bedchambers in a perpetual state of, we're gonna be working on them soon. But there wasn't much that he could do. His personal guards have been quickly absorbed by the local military that was in the firm grip of Cry and Faye, and through them the militia commander Peppa. He suspected foul play might be at works in Fire Legends, but he couldn't go around snooping. He was a king after all. Perhaps though, there were others who could see his way and be persuaded to help him. Now, while our king is moping around, I actually moved our Dralthas back up here. I mean, who would have thought that they are actually herbivores and would starve down below. I totally knew that. I did not forget that. I was just testing you guys. Also, amongst all other things, I am fixing the entrance over here, so it's not gonna be so wiggly woggly as it was before. Yes, that's a word, trust me. Also, we have a Fey mood from our clothier, and our crafts dwarfs now want a grand guild hall. It feels like I just finished that one for them. Oh, they're gonna need some gold statues in here. I can already tell. Also, we have created these windmills, and it's been a sec now, and they are just hanging. So I'm guessing there is no real wind over here, or they are just in such a position that it's not gonna work. I'm realizing I'm gonna use all of my gold statues before we even set up something for the king, which, to be honest, could be a slight problem, but I'm sure we're gonna figure it out. Also down here, I will repurpose this, and I'm gonna actually build bedrooms for the dwarves who, well, train here, so they don't need to go far to sleep. And our clothier has created Tashem Mamgos, a brown recluse spider silk hood. She offers it to the ancient fires. Tashem Mamgos is worth 14,000. That is really amazing. And the artwork on it relates to the foundation of fire legends by the ancient fires of the mortal dagger in the early spring of 300. Let's go. We're gonna give this to Faye to represent her role as our manager. Also, we got migrants coming in. Hello, I see children, I see animals we don't need. Let's go. We're up to 194 pop now, which is actually pretty high. We're getting close to the cap that I set up for this series. And strapped work, we actually went up to 250, I believe, but here I think 200 is gonna be good enough. I want only the best bedrooms for my fighting dwarfs. We're gonna even engrave them for them, and we're gonna move big dogs a bit slightly further down. I think there's gonna be a couple more bedrooms than we necessarily need over here, but also we have a forgotten beast Anan that has arrived, a huge humanoid composed of snow. He's hiding. We can't see him. That's fine. He's probably gonna melt. This is not gonna melt. A wild force of darkness has arrived, led by Goblin Uzo Phraseweels, a competent commander, and they have skilled Goblin pikemen and monster siege engineers. They have showed up on this side of the volcano, huh? Wait, there's one already here? The fuck did you manage to get already over here? In any case, let's prepare our siege engineers. Also, I need to prepare a burrow so my people don't go running outside. Now, everybody, run back inside. That might be a problem. I don't know if they can get out of here without running straight here to the goblins. Yeah, these guys here are kind of stranded, aren't they? What were you doing outside, people? Unfortunately, it seems like I'm gonna have to send my military out. They're chasing. Let's get them. Somebody just fell down. I think that was Peggy, maybe? It was indeed Peggy. Again, this is not the first time she fell out. He's gonna be probably meeting some goblins here, but those goblins are now all dead. And my dwarves are escaping. I hope they don't go trying to who is going over here? Why are you attacking there alone, buddy? Well, I guess that's it. I guess we have to attack then. Because that guy went in there alone, and I don't feel like he's gonna survive this. He is a mace lord, and somehow he is still alive. Look at him go. What a hero. Oh, nope. Now he's no longer alive. Yeah. Oh, they're trying to break in the hatches. Well, we have to kill them now. We have a couple of rangers here who I think are now escaping, and of course there's these guys here, and my boys are coming for them. The fact that we only lost one soldier out of that, not so bad, is it? We do have two of them injured over here, but hopefully they'll be fine. And the moron who charged alone into the whole horde of goblins is gonna be buried here. He was actually part of Peggy's bombs. He should have known better. Also, in all that confusion, the guild hall agreement for the Crystalline Guild has been satisfied. I basically had to engrave everything, but now it's looking good. The first set of our soldier bedrooms is now gonna be complete. And when I earlier said that this is gonna be too many for them, I kind of forgot we already have 4 squads, so that's 40 dwarves. And this is only 27 bedrooms. So I assigned all the dwarves over here, which actually means that we now have enough bedrooms for everybody right now, which is surprising to me and also amazing. Also, I think I'm gonna mine for the rest of my warrior dwarves. Bedrooms just down here. We're also gonna be reworking this section. I'm gonna have to move our trade depot. It cannot be there because, of course, there's gonna be a lava moat here, as you can imagine. I just hope Peggy doesn't fall in again, because she managed to fall in twice by now. Humans have arrived, and they're telling me they can't have wagons coming in. Why not this time around? Can you not drive past whatever we have set down here? Ooh, the Forgotten Beast Kakast has arrived. A huge scaly moth. It's got a long straight horn like me, and it's got noxious secretion like me. I cannot imagine it's gonna survive for long. Ah, the Forgotten Beast did fight, and okay, Kakast died. Yeah, a Kakast died to this one right here. Also, one of the Axe Lords managed to dodge and fall down here. Look, there's more of them. Stop doing that. Now let's trade with the humies before they leave. And they did bring capybaras like we agreed last year, but to be honest, I don't really want capybaras anymore that we have all kinds of other animals. So as always, I'll just grab a bunch of their bins and that's gonna be it. I'll also grab their scrolls, I think. And I am buying these various scrolls because down here we're gonna be setting our first library. Yes, I'm aware we're working on exactly everything else but King's Chambers. Don't worry about it, we're gonna make Stackett, who's a competent mechanic. He's gonna be our new scholar over here. And maybe Mutat over here could be a scribe, even though we don't really have anything to scribe as of yet. Also, our clothier has withdrawn from society. Look how happy my people are to be reading in here now. Oh, this is great to see. We have all kinds of books that we've been buying and stealing along the way. Looks like we're probably gonna need some more tables for reading. And our clothier has created a Nullum Zoluth, a symmetrical brown recluse spider silk robe. She offers it to the ancient fires. Thank you. It is worth 10,000. That is quite the robe. And on the item is an image of a point cut gem in brown recluse spider silk. On the item is an image of Locum Maurb the dwarf in sheep leather. I think this one we're gonna give to Cry as a sign of his office. The last pieces of the moat are gonna be done very, very soon. And this should be the last reinforced walls we have to build over here. And then this place should be good. I have to admit, I prefer the black walls, but you know, these will do. Also, Queen Consort has given birth to a boy while next to a miner. Where is this boy? Oh my god, we have a goblin baby? Oh, he's just running around on his own. Mom did manage to pick him up and he's just carrying him around now. I see how it is. Goblins are now reproducing in my fortress. To be honest, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Let's be real. But I have to admit, I am happy with how this thing turned out. Yeah, we'll probably need some more defenses over here, but alright, it's like our little pyramid here outside of the volcano. Oh, it looks good. Also, the damn Draltas had a bunch of babies and they ate everything already down here. But Draltas are not really my problem. We're gonna fix this area now, finally. We do have a lever we can pull over here, and that opens this floodgate, which of course is not really doing anything quite yet. But once I send my miners to channel over here, there is lava coming in. Finally, our moat is about to happen. Oh, look at this. These Dralthas, I send them over here, they just basically ate everything here in seconds. I could just send them like out here and they could be bait. That could definitely work. Just try not to fall into lava as you go, okay? So I think we're gonna be pulling the lever once again. And with that, this floodgate is closed. And this is all the lava we are getting. Very nice. I kinda like this. I kinda do. Now, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna unforbid all of the stuff we have here. And we're gonna also set it all for melting that needs to be melted. And we can also set up a corpse stockpile right here, which we can then either throw into the garbage dump here or just throw into the lava, to be honest. Also, people will love the fact that they are now dealing with a bunch of corpses. They are indeed throwing stuff in here. So hopefully the shit that we got here gonna burn. I'm gonna keep an eye on my people, see if that makes them more upset, all this work. Also, apparently, we got our last final migrant. A fishery worker has arrived. Also, we have the giant Tustong Udun Tuksugmura. has arrived. Gigantic creature resembling a human, almost unparalleled in size. You're probably gonna be chasing our newcomer, aren't you? And since we have so many people chilling outside, I'm gonna send Peggy's bombs out there. For he is a coming and he is a dead. Good job, dwarves. And naturally, it was Peggy who got the kill. Try not to fall into lava now, Peggy, please. That'd be... Oh, we now have a werelama boss, Amsu Urarkasta Genslobo, also arriving. A large llama twisted into humanoid form, its craze for blood and flesh. Do we fear the night? Let's see. This thing is like right here, right behind these guys. Peggy's bombs, get back into the fray. Please try not to dodge into lava. I'd really appreciate that. I think this guy just got the kill. No, it's still alive. Why is there a miner here? I would like to ask. Why is there a miner fighting? Come on! You are seriously injured now. It's a good thing Cole decided to come and fight. Yeah, why wouldn't we want yet another cursed monster here, huh? Also, I noticed our invader previously brought Tingust Kulubsibit something. Steel longsword. Engraved with stuff. That could be kind of cool. Well, our Holy Bulwark decided to throw a tantrum. He's been seeing a lot of dead bodies lately. Maybe I shouldn't have my people be so pissed off, but although to be honest, we do not have anybody that is like full-on seriously pissed off, so I'm fine with that. I'm also fine with my animal trainer who just claimed a clothier shop and is withdrawing from society. And our animal trainer has created Kisa Tusir, a 3D ship wool right mitten. It is worth 4,800 and it's adorned with rings of smoky quartz and menaces with spikes of sheep leather and rock crystal. There's an image of diamonds and capuchin bone on it. I forgot about something. There's our cursed boy here. I dropped him in here, but I forgot to build a wall. So either big dogs are gonna get him, or, well, Peggy's gonna get him. And good job! We now have an injured clothier. Tell me you haven't been bitten. I think he's been bitten. God! I'll now pay special attention to you, buddy. Special attention. My Holy Bulwark is again throwing a tantrum. What's your issue, buddy? He wants to wander? Look, you're supposed to be a Holy Bulwark here, buddy. Now, Cry himself managed to entomb our cursed dude. He's only 19? He might have been a child that has grown up here. Well, he's gone now. And gone was the innocence of those dwarves who thought they could make Fire Legends a peaceful home for their families. The goblins have infiltrated deep into the dwarven society, and no matter how many squads Faye and Cry sent out there, there was more of the menace spawning than ever. They knew though that satisfying their king's requests would have to happen soon, for there were only so many excuses they could make up. With main defenses now completed, maybe they could lure him into a false sense of security, and when he would least suspect it, take back their kingdom. Alas, any move against the king could prove risky, for not everyone had a problem with being ruled by a goblin, and a civil war was the last thing Fire Legends desired. So, to avoid any such thing as a civil war, there's a couple things I want to do here. Those king's chambers will eventually have to be complete, because, you know, he's still unhappy with us. I'm gonna continue making stuff to make my guilds satisfied. And down here, we're gonna be setting some water... where are you going? Elk birds? Get back into the nest, you silly billies. Oh my god, so many of them hatched. Anyway, as I was saying, I want to set up a power source down here so we can power some mist generators. I have a feeling these guys might eat everything really fast again. Maybe we should try to expand it a bit. Also, for our warriors, as you can see, I am setting up new fresh bedrooms right here. So yeah, we have a lot of work ahead of us. But really, my warriors should be a priority. Oh, our Holy Bulwark is throwing a tantrum again and is now fighting people. As long as he doesn't... Oh, look, he's trying to destroy the doors. You bastard! Stop it! Stop breaking my beautiful glass stuff. I think that's it. I think we're gonna have to start digging out the dungeon. Somebody lost his right back tooth. Ooh, our crafts dwarf has given birth to a boy. We have a new baby in the fort, and they named him Feb. Well, this is definitely a cause for celebration. And to celebrate, we are indeed building that dungeon. Now, these bedrooms here are complete, so I'm gonna be assigning the rest of my soldiers who haven't been assigned yet in here. There we go. All of my military now has quarters either here or here, so they don't need to go far away from their assignments to sleep. Ooh, a forgotten beast Mothy has arrived. Gigantic hairy frog. Yes, that is very scary. It's got deadly dust though, so that could be scary. It's probably gonna just run into the other forgotten beast though and then die. Good news, everyone. The guild hall agreement has finally been completed, so I just had to put in like 1,000,000 silver statues and engrave everything, and now they are happy. Which means we can now safely continue ignoring King's demands and, well, flood our elk birds quickly. Elk birds, don't worry. You might get wet a tad, but then this is gonna be much better. A little bit of mud never hurt nobody, right? Also, to make my kids happier, we're gonna be making them some lead toys. Don't worry. There's gonna be no poisoning, I promise. It's completely safe. Oh, and our king now has a demand for a crystal glass window in his dining room. Let me tell you something, you don't even have a dining room. But fine, let's go dig out something for our king, shall we? It's gonna be a big project. We're gonna have to build a lot, but, you know, it is for our glorious king after all. In the meantime, our dungeon is actually properly completed over here. Just need to bring in more of these lead chains that we made. They are definitely very, very sturdy. Also, we got a single migrant, a lime maker has arrived. And Cry, our Duke of Fire Legends, have been possessed by unknown forces. Now, while all that is happening, I actually noticed that we finally have a couple of open cases for disorderly conduct by, well, probably committed by our Holy Bulwark. So this is gonna give Erin, our dungeon master, something to do. And to help out Erin, we should probably assign a hammerer as well. And Unib the peasant is gonna take that job. Also, we haven't sent Peppa and his squad out in a while to destroy something. So we're gonna go back to the Dark Goblin Fortress of Flackwitch. Good luck, dwarves. Don't fall into lava. Alright, our Holy Bulwark is throwing a tantrum and he's been fighting a dog now. To be honest, I'm just gonna convict him. That way we might actually have some peace and quiet from him. He's trying to start a fist fight, you know? And he's trying to destroy my beautiful hatches. How dare you? Apparently he's about to get a beating and 57 days in prison. He might think himself untouchable. I think we're gonna replace him here. I'm gonna assign Aban, the fishery worker, as the new Holy Bulwark. Now, let's check the reports of what Peppa's squad did. They brought back some more stuff, more animals, of course, and they just looted it and rampaged through it, killing nobody, not raising the thing. Oh, these guys are really terrible at this, aren't they? Let's try again on another site. So this time around, Peppa did manage to kill the dwarf leader there, and then they rampaged through Bow Torrent, but the site still stands. You know what, Peppa? Let's see if we can attack something else. This mysterious lair of Night Clench, who we are not at war with. You know, that one could be interesting. Let's go there then. Oh, we have a giant Nikot Sibit Meter Akim Shossel arriving. A gigantic creature resembling a human, almost unparalleled in size. I'm just gonna send my squads out there so we do not end up fighting next to like a volcano or something. Don't really want any dwarves falling into lava, and that was really fast. Onget the Mace Lord just like one-tapped him. Very anticlimactic for sure. Oh, Peppa Smashers did actually manage to destroy this lair. There is no civilized population there anymore, and they brought back a couple of various things. So yeah, the Dead Delight fled Night Clenched, and the Ancient Fires destroyed it. Let's go, we finally managed to destroy something. Oh, we have a vile force of darkness arriving. The army commanded by the Goblin Yila Image Cherished, a competent commander. They have mounted Goblin Swordsmen and monstrous siege engineers. We're gonna pull the lever on the big door, and we're gonna tell our siege engineers to get ready, and then we'll see what these guys do. Oh, look at these blind cave ogres look so cool now, and they're holding blocks on their backs. Awesome. Now they're trying to get closer. My siege engineers, now would be the time to show up. Oh, look at them shoot. Let's go. Come on, my dear siege engineers, time to shoot. Let's go. Okay, they are shooting up. That's good to see, because these guys are just chilling over here. They are quite high over there, but anybody that comes down gets
peppered. I really need to assign more bolts on the side because there's just like 2 of them shooting right now. At least these guys right here are gonna get plenty of shooting out of this. Let's go. Oh, one of them fell into lava. Look at that. Nice. Probably trying to dodge all these bolts flying in them, and he just jumped down. Oh, that's great to see. Another one fell. We're getting some big FPS drops right now, and I'm guessing it's because these guys are not quite sure what they can do. It's pretty amazing that just like 2 bold guys can kind of wreck an army here. And they can shoot like really far, all the way here. Oh, these guys are mounted on bats? Yeah, they're flying giant bats. I wonder if they're gonna try to like push in and try to get somewhere where they cannot get shot, because they are definitely getting peppered over here. Oh, another one jumped into magma. Let's go. So either they get shot and die, or they dodge into magma. Let's go. Another one falls right there. And these guys, I feel like they're not trying to pull back. That's interesting. Also, what the hell is on fire here? Why is stuff on fire? Maybe one of them jumped in here and a splash occurred. Also, a goddamn former bulwark destroyed this in the meantime, one of our stoneworkers' workshops, and now he's starting a fist fight. Bro, whenever the goblins are gone, you're gone. By the way, this Tanner over here almost got 14 kills. Killed a blind cave ogre, a couple of giant bats, and a bunch of goblins. We're gonna give her a new name. Eagle Eye. Also, it does look like some of these goblins tried to go for my Drolthas, but did not survive that. And this bigger squad is coming down on this side now. If they want to go for my Drolthas, that is completely fine with me, because we do have siege operators waiting right there. Some of these guys did go down here. I'm not sure exactly what their plan is, but I don't think they can dig through unless they have their like big goblin dude. And their big goblin dude has died. I think at this point it is best if we open up the door and we'll go say hello to the goblins. Oh look, one of the gobos did make it up here to the front door. I think he's not doing so good right now. There are multiple here. Where am I? Why are we not shooting them, boys? You can definitely shoot. Ah, there you go. That's the spirit. I'm gonna start sending my squads out there to kill the gobos. Good luck, dwarves. Try not to fall into magma this time around. That'd be amazing. It is kind of scary watching them go right here on the edge. It's gonna be the most interesting for those guys who go down here, because there's a lot of goblins here, and somebody's slaying them all. Oh yeah, we're going for them. We did lose one of our dwarves. It's kind of hard to see what's happening here because there's just so many down here. We did get ambushed here, but these guys are now dead as well. And one of my dwarves got naked right there. But otherwise, it's just like this one invader flying around on a bat. That's all that's left for now. I think the naked one died as well. Peggy lost 2 dwarves in here, 2 fighters. That's sad and unfortunate. Also, in the meantime, I think my moody dwarf has broken. Look at the amount of cloth he has brought here. What the hell is going on? And he's bringing more. He's just bringing more. Well, this fight told us we definitely do not have nearly enough bolt throwers anywhere around here. And now my fellow dwarves get to, well, they get to see more corpses. Have fun. Oh no! The queen consort has given another birth. Are you kidding me? Look at this ugly little motherfucker. Bear? Go out there, throw it into the volcano. Truly horrible things are happening right now, but at least our 2 deceased dwarves found their place to rest. And the perpetrators of all these crimes, they're gonna go flying into magma now. And since our former holy bulwark is basically desecrating our burial chambers and trying to start a fist fight, I think it's about time this motherfucker goes. And a good riddance to you, sir. Vandalism spreading through the fortress. Goblins threatening the very walls surrounding the fort, and their offspring eating away at the innards of fire legends. Things looked grim from Faye's perspective, and she had to deal with everything herself ever since Cry has been possessed. At least their military still held strong, and Peppa was one dwarf she could rely on. But all the while, the king's chambers were nearing completion, and once once the construction was finished, there would be little she could do to turn her people against the green menace. But then again, there wasn't much she could do now. By the way, Cry is still stealing all the wool cloth he can find. We also have traders in here. The humans have arrived and we're bringing a couple of items we can trash. Also, I am preparing some fun little surprises for goblins when they come next time. Since last time they all, went over here and were ready to dig through, I was thinking maybe we give them more options to do that. And then we pour lava on them. So I'm preparing stairs over here. They will go all the way down here, all the way to our inn. There's going to be some lead reinforced walls next to it. And once they, get in here, I'm going to just dig through here, let the lava in. So I checked for Cry, and this is apparently a known bug that he's just going to endlessly keep on collecting cloth until he dies of cloth. So apparently what you gotta do is remove this section from the guild hall, because apparently that's a problem. If this is in the guild hall, then it can cause an issue. And then if I forbid a couple of these, that should restart his normal gathering. We'll see now. He is bringing more wool cloth. Hopefully now he's gonna go pick up something else. Oh yeah, he's going somewhere else. He's not going for the cloth. Let's go! He took gems! Oh, that worked. Also, we have giant agitated fireflies, and this human spearman has been killing them. He actually managed to kill all of them, apparently. Oh, never mind. We now got agitated giant roaches. Let's see what these guys gonna do. I did actually assign some of my people on bolt throwers. So, oh, this armorer is going just crazy after them. That doesn't seem like a great idea. She's dead. Why did she attack them, you fool? I guess these guys up here can't reach them. Well, fine. I'm gonna send Peggy out there. Stop attacking them, you silly billies. Okay, rangers did actually get some of them. But this guy, who is this? A jeweler? You managed to kill that thing. You're gonna be roach killer now. Now, let's quickly trade before any other shit happens. I'm gonna buy some of their instruments. Maybe we can use them in the inn. And naturally, we're gonna get some of their swamp whiskey and such. And since Cry used all the cloth, we're buying all of that. There you go. That's gonna be a good trade for everybody. Also, up here, I was thinking maybe we could set up a ballista or two. I think having a couple would be potentially fun. Also, Cry has now finally started making his Fabzet. And down here, where we now have a siege workshop area, we are making our first iron ballista arrows. And there it is! Cry, Duke of Fire Legends, has created Fabzet, a Gabbro crown. He offers it to the ancient fires. Fabzet is worth 50,000! And is just full of alpaca and all that kinds of wool. Look at this, you can just scroll down. He actually used all the materials he brought here. That is the most insanely valuable thing I've ever seen. I think it's only appropriate that Cry wears that thing. My Drothas are terrified in conflict. Ah yeah, we have some giant fireflies coming in. Let's see if oh, don't fight them. Don't fight them. Don't jump into magma, please. There is a bunch of these and they're kind of pissed off. If they come closer, I'm gonna have a couple of people ready on this. Just waiting, just watching. Oh, Woodcutter has given birth to a girl. That's great to see. Also, oh, that's Forgotten Beast fighting down here. Let's see who's gonna win this one. It's just, I think Appa has died. Yeah, this one, where is it? I think it's got webs and it's been around for a while. It's got 6 notable kills. Oh, damn. It killed 5 beasts already. Also, one of my planters decided to go all the way across the map to get murdered by a giant firefly. Why are you here? Is it for this one sock? Where are these dwarves going? You're picking up these logs? Oh, somebody left like a million different logs right in this one spot. Must have fallen off of a wagon or something again. I'll just forbid all of this crap. No, don't fight the fireflies again. People, what are you doing? I have a feeling we might lose some more people. Oh, I think they ran away. The fireflies did run away. Chase them down, Peggy. Let's go. I don't think they can quite reach them. Oh, somebody climbed the tree to kill the firefly. Let's go. There's still one firefly left, but it's like way up in the sky. I think we're gonna have to set up yet another burrow. Basically a burrow that will prevent people from going too far away from our, well, citadel. Also, Cry, why are you in a tree right there, stranded?
Oh my god, what is wrong with these dwarves? Somebody build him some stairs or something. I was thinking maybe we could chop down the tree, but that sounds like a dangerous thing. Oh, look at him go. What is he doing? What the hell? He sees the firefly. That's why he's probably scared. But maybe we can finally get him down. Let's go. Oh, so this last firefly is hopefully gonna get destroyed. Let's go. But this human spearman's been killing stuff for a while. Hopefully we get less agitated stuff next time around. Piggies have arrived now. And our Piggy is already fighting some of our visitors. Instantly anything that comes here is now agitated. And for some reason, my people are now going out there. Not the fighters. I'm happy with the fighters. I basically need to tell my dudes to stop caring about these Dralthas, really, because they just keep on getting injured otherwise. Warthogs, if they want to, they can fight my little Dralthas. I, to be honest, could not care less. What I do care about is assigning new soldiers to Peggy's bombs. I think we're gonna go with this woodcrafter and also the fishery worker who already have some skills. Now down here we actually set up our power production and we are producing plenty of power. Now I just need to get this like 50 levels up higher. So yeah, that's gonna be a fun project for sure. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna rework this central area. We're gonna add some silver statues in here. And then up here, we're gonna mine things out. And then we just need to figure out how the hell do we get the power up there. Also, we got the agitated giant roaches coming in once again. We'll see if they're gonna attack us. But to be honest, my first problem is actually fixing this, filling this in before somebody decides to attack us. Apparently the giant roaches are already going after the Dralthas. I'm gonna tell my people to start manning these. Maybe you can shoot them from afar. Oh yeah, they're already shooting. Good shooting there. Oh, apparently we killed another roach inside. And we have Zugler, who has claimed Leatherworks. We'll see what he makes, but in the meantime we are working on this situation right here. We have managed to block this and we are bringing power all the way around here. And once this section is complete, we're gonna be having some water flowing down from here. And we get a new artifact. Our tanner Zugler has created Fashukanul Etnarberim, a Dralta leather cap. She offers it to the ancient fires. It is worth 10,000. That is quite the thing. And the artwork relates to the stabbing of the goblin Stasos owner Terror. Oh, it's his right hand. Okay, by the elf Tise in the early spring of 135 during Kaukularisu, the disemboweling siege. I'm actually thinking we're gonna give this to Erin, our dungeon master. I think she deserves a new hat, doesn't she? Oh, another agitated roach has been sniped by one single silver bolt. Bolt? Bolt. Yeah, it was Lord the Trapper who got the snipe. Well played. Also, this machinery is now finally complete and it only needs 285 total power and we are producing 800. So now we created a pond over here and our people are gonna come and throw some water in there. We got our first mist generator. We got our first waterfall. And people are already relieved being near a waterfall. Very nice. The ingenious dwarven machinery brought the life-giving water from the deeps and all the way to the surface to blast the hard-working citizens of Fire Legends. Their home was secure, protected by strong military, formidable defenses and a deep lava moat. The new capital looked strong as a black steel on the outside, but on the inside the problems continued to brew. While the king's chambers neared completion, there were still some dwarves that grumbled about his goblin majesty. And even though the dissidents seemed quieter by the day, the walls still had ears and sometimes you could hear otherworldly screams on the other side. In the meantime, there was a lizard coming in here, agitated. Two of our fighting dwarves decided to jump in here. The lizard and two dwarves just jumped in here into lava and they're now gone. Two fighters from the Dragon Slayer squad. Training these dwarves to be basically superior at everything they do. To be amazing fighters and then they just jump into a lava mode. Also, there's more agitated animals coming in. We have boars now. They're being luckily shot by these guys. As for here, maybe the best thing I can do is just build like a small wall there. Kinda try to prevent my people from dodging in. I don't know. We should probably turn these into fortifications as well. Just so we can, well, shoot through if anybody is over there. Oh yeah, look, our Mace Lord and Axe Lord has been missing for a week. I wonder what happened to the morons. I guess it's time we start engraving some slabs, right? Now, I assigned a new soldier to the squad, yet he is a city billy and wants to grab a spear that already somebody else has. In fact, the one that Dragon Slayer is using. Why would you want to claim that, you silly billy? We're gonna forge him a new spear. He actually decided to go for a battle axe now instead of a spear. Alright, fair enough. Now for the next siege, whenever that happens, kinda afraid what's gonna happen here because there's only a couple of tiles between, well, the outside and this thing now. And since we do have, well, wooden axles over here and this goes all the way down, we can't really flood it with magma. So we'll see what's gonna happen, but we might have some invaders inside. Now, we just entered early winter and there was no caravan from our dwarves in autumn. It does look like the goblins are taking over some of the OG mountain homes. Maybe that was the problem, and of course the trek is quite long over here. Also, looking at King's chambers, he is not satisfied with the amount of silver statues he's got, but you do actually have quite a lot of gold ore down here, but unfortunately in the water. Oh well, this one over here isn't in the water. We do still have one forgotten beast down here, so this could be a dangerous endeavor, but it might be an endeavor we have to take. I'm gonna have to add this to the burrow, but we're gonna be digging down now, and then we'll see what we can find down here, right? I'm also gonna just add a couple of bridges over here, just so we have a bit of a protection. And of course some sturdy glass doors. Well, we are now down here, and the gold does seem to be spread all over the water. Not inside at least, so that's good. The problem is, once I open one of these, the beastie shall arrive. And the beastie is actually injured. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna send Peppa Smashers. I'm gonna forbid all of these boulders so we don't have miners coming in here. And we're gonna tell one of our miners to just mine out this. Here he comes, and his name is Dumbass. Perfect for the job. Now let's see what Isa, the Forgotten Beast, does. It is seemingly coming closer. It's constantly distracted by pawn grabbers and such, but he's now moving away. You silly beast! And while this is happening, Lockham, the Sacred Lord, has been possessed. Looks like she's gonna be going for a clothes shop, and she can't find something. What are you missing? Gems. Of course, it's gems and raw green glass. We do have some raw green glass, so there is that. Also, apparently, holy shit, we have a lot of stuff here. Did one of the caravans die here? Anyway, let's find some raw gems here quickly. Now, up top, I'm actually gonna go and I'm gonna extend the burrow all the way here, so I can then go and I can unforbid all of these items. And we can bring them in. While we're at it, go chop down these trees. And here go the dwarves. Now we do have a couple of agitated animals out here. They're just flying around. Don't worry about it. Now our moody dwarf is actually grabbing stuff. Oh, maybe she was missing logs actually. And everybody's being now interrupted by the agitated hornbill woman. How about somebody goes and shoots her, huh? That'd be nice. We have actually managed to grab most of the stuff from here. And we're also grabbing all the logs here, so yeah, this is going well. Our Sacred Lord now has everything she needed, and she needed a lot of stuff. And our Sacred Lord has created a Lecta Dibruk Olinglular, a short rope reed skirt. It is worth 11k. That is actually really good, and it's adorned with all kinds of good stuff. We could give this to somebody. Maybe to our hammerer, Unip. I bet she's gonna appreciate a new skirt. She is currently listening to poetry, but no, she's going to pick up equipment now. And there you go. She's got a new skirt. We're also gonna rename her into Ninja. Up top, we are now killing the Hornbill women. That's great. Not that I wanted to say that it's good we're killing women. No, don't get me wrong. It's totally not true. Also, we have ghosts now. Not to worry, we got slabs prepared. And there you go. He has been put to rest. And the other one is hopefully gonna be put to rest before even he has a chance to become a ghost. So, There is his slab. Also, I just realized our king is finally satisfied with his royal throne room and dining room. So, bedroom, tomb. Yes, tomb is the word I was looking for. That we need to fix, which means more gold. We, of course, do not have enough gold bars anymore, which means it's time to take a bit of a risk. Start mining these out. And the beast is like really on the other side of the map right now, so shouldn't be too worried about it. And that is more gold nuggets for us to smelt. This project goes slowly, but we're getting there. And each nugget we get is worth it. The beastie is now close. The question is it gonna come closer or is it just gonna go chill somewhere else? Now I think it's coming. Alright. Oh, we're gonna have to suspend all of this. Run away. Run away quickly. The beastie is coming. Oh, he's not gonna be fast enough. He's not gonna be fast enough. Where did you come from? The other dwarf. Are you silly? You silly Billy. Well, it's two dwarves now dead for no real reason, but all in the name of king, huh? More dwarves. Sacrificed in the name of a goblin king. No. That should not continue anymore. And yet, we are making more golden statues for the king. Also, apparently we've been infiltrated by a large rat and our war dogs took it down. How did that large rat come inside? I do not know. Since we did have new casualties, I'm gonna build a couple more resting places for them next to this temple that is just for no particular deity. And Mossus the crafter that was fighting forgotten beasts down below is gonna be buried in the first of these tombs here. I see there's a couple of troglodytes watching us from here as well. They've climbed up and they're refusing to come down for a shower. Oh, it is hard to believe, but we finally made enough golden sculptures. Our goblin king Amsu is satisfied with their position here. Everything is properly royal, properly furnished, and now they want to go deeper. You'll go deeper. Instantly, our ranger has also been taken by Feymood, and he's gonna be working here. I just hope he doesn't bring like a million little things over here. No, he's actually fine. He already started working on his mysterious creation. And he has created Bekar Thomas, a dogbone armor stand. He offers it to the ancient fires. It is worth 4,300, so that's actually pretty good. And there's an image of forgotten beasts in giant cave spider circle over there, and also of half moons. We still have to create a place for our outpost liaison. I've been ignoring that so far, so maybe he can get that in his room. And maybe for his bedrooms, we're gonna dig just below the king's. Also, our work down below is now done. There is no more gold in this seam. We have gotten everything. I'm just gonna grab some more gems here and that's gonna be it. And while we were building the outpost liaison's bedrooms, the forgotten beast Bestrat has arrived, a great scaly wasp with a long straight horn. It appears to be emaciated and it's got poisonous sting, huh? And this beastie can probably make it inside into our area, but the joke's on it because some time ago I already told my people to raise this bridge, so it's gonna have to break through if it wants to come in. So for now, I think we are probably safe from this beastie. Now, since our king is very satisfied with his bedrooms and such, I actually wanted to do one thing. You see, in Dragon Slayer Squad, there is still one position that is empty, and our king is actually a competent hammerman. I think it's only appropriate. He goes and he puts on some armor, grabs a weapon, and goes to battle. He can show himself to be a true king if he goes and he leads from up front. But now our king is gonna be training with the rest of the boys, and let me just say, he looks badass with his red eyes and this black uniform. Also, remember those troglodytes? They actually managed to kill that forgotten beast. Well played, boys. Now, I've been promising this for ages. It's really about time we do something with these steel crossbows, don't we? I think I'm gonna want to create like a barracks area up here for my Marks dwarves somewhere. Also, apparently a human chancellor has arrived. Hello, hello. Greetings, humans. Ah yes, and now the caverns arriving. Apparently, again, they can't get inside with their wagons. I am not quite sure why, but maybe like this is too steep, but then again they always came over here and then went inside. Basically silly billies, these humans. That's what they are. I just hope these humies have something worth buying with all the value that we have here. I'll buy their instruments, maybe we can use these somewhere. I'll buy a cat because we only have one cat and had one cat since the start. Of course, we want their beer and wine, and we'll take their bins. Oh, they only have 700 worth of bins? That is sad. And I guess we can buy some strawberries and other berries just to make some different kinds of alcohol. And naturally, we're grabbing their scrolls and their books. And that's the trade we gotta make. Now with the trade complete, we can get back to, well, setting up our new barracks up here, which means we gotta create a new squad. Apparently we do have a legendary merc dwarf in our fortress. That is really cool. Of course, we cannot assign Erin because she's our dungeon master. She has to do this, but I'm thinking we could assign Evil Eye and Roach Killer, two very much named dudes here. And now let's see these guys gear up and go to war. There is a lot they need to pick up, and slowly but surely they're doing it. I also assigned them black steel bucklers to them, so they do have that as a defense. Roach Killer is already here, the first one to arrive. Also, it's only appropriate for our new marksmen that we build them new sweet bedrooms right next to all of these bedrooms. It's slowly looking good. Of course, we're gonna make these very, very nice looking. We just need to make a couple more leather gloves for these guys, and then we are good. Also, while doing this, I totally forgot that I did not assign a bedroom to Outpost Liaison. This whole thing that we've been building down here, never assigned it. And that instantly satisfied him. Now for our new militia captain here for the Rangers, I think it's only appropriate we also name him. And it's gonna be Bromson. He's gonna lead these guys to glory. Now goblins, if you want to attack me, I think we're quite ready. Once again, I think we are quite ready.
Peace reigned in Fire Legends, and the dwarves of the ancient fires were content with their lot. Their ruler might have been a goblin, but he now stood side by side with their strongest dwarves, and pledged himself to the protection of their home in thanks for the royal chambers they built for him. What else was that but a very dwarf thing of him to do? Yet Faye and Cry still held monthly meetings in dark secluded corridors. They knew peace with one goblin didn't mean peace for the whole world. No, they were still searching for a solution for the green menace, and the only thing they could come up with was once again war. Alas, going to battle on multiple fronts could severely weaken even the best defended citadel, and the drain on their highly trained manpower could prove catastrophic, because no matter how well you prepare your defenses, there's always someone lurking in the dark, ready to surprise you. But I bet there's nothing that could surprise my Marks dwarves over here, because they're ready. They're ready to fight. I do have to admit, I am kind of worried about this section, as I said before, because easily, there could be enemies coming through here and causing issues for me. So I was thinking maybe we could dig in here, bring some lava down, and then basically encircle this with like an inner or something like that moat. Of course, digging up here is gonna kind of leave us exposed for a while, and if you get attacked at that point, that's gonna be a big problem, but it could be worth it in the long run. First though, I think it's about time we send Peppa out there again, and he's gonna be attacking the Dark Goblin Pits of Grease Doom, which got population of 50. Again, his target to just raise it, openly attack and destroy it. Down here, I have actually improved my magma forges. They now all have steel anvils, Oryx steel here, and we had a green one that we got probably from one of the caravans that, you know, an anvil that fell down. And in the time I said that, Peppa Smashers have already returned. They brought back some absolutely useless stuff, and they have killed a bunch of goblins. The place is now down to 10 population from 50 that it was before, but unfortunately it still stands. Now here, I have cleared out the Atom Smasher because, well, we never actually use it anymore. And I'm just gonna drop a couple of silver statues just to make the place look prettier. Nothing else, of course. I'm sure these holes up here are not gonna be in the way of my Marks dwarves at all. They can be training properly easily. I just hope these silver statues here are gonna be close enough to all of these dwarves that it's actually gonna matter for them seeing a waterfall. We'll see though. In any case, Peppa is gonna go smash some more stuff, and our machinery up here works. We still have plenty of power. Very nice. All we need to do is throw some water in there, and there we go. The mesh generator is here, and these guys here are not
close enough, but whenever they go inside, they should see it, and Peppa Smashers are going to be training here anyway. Now, while we wait for Peppa Smashers, I want to plan this inner moat out. So, something like this, going all around. It's going to be our inner lava moat. I like it. Also, the way this is set up, there's also like a big danger I screw up something and we flood the whole fortress with lava. You never know. Now, Peppa Smashers are back, and they have reduced this population down to 10 as well. And they brought back some more useless shit. And they did kill a lot of goblins. That's well done, but not enough. Up here, we're gonna do double floodgates. Right there. You know, if goblins get an idea that they could potentially use these stairs, well, they're gonna be in for a surprise. And now we have a forgotten beast, Ngast, has arrived. A huge feathered pterosaur. It's got a curling trunk and undulates rhythmically. Its eggplant feathers are patchy. Beware its fire. Oh, we got fire, huh? And that does not look like a pterosaur to me, even though it is flying, seemingly. But unless it can break through some of these structures over here, it should not cause us any issues. I guess we'll see soon. Also, what we're seeing is one of our dwarven children has been taken by Feymood, and the Forgotten Beast has burned a bunch of troglodytes over here. And it's kind of vaporizing them. And there's a troglodyte baby that is left alive. Oh, that is horrible. Also, there is something I didn't realize for a very long time. In this cage right here, we have a goblin, Ngokang Uspungmato, a master. Now, if we look at the faction we are attacking, the Nightmare of Enchantments, that is this one over here. And their master is Ngokang Uspugmato. So we basically have the leader of the faction here imprisoned for I don't know how long. I think we should do something with this knowledge, shouldn't we? I think we're gonna install a little bitty chain right there. Maybe just a silk rope. And once we're ready to flood this, maybe we could chain him there. Maybe, just maybe, potentially. I'm not saying we should, I'm saying we might. In the meantime, Uwash, our dwarven child, has created Serki Black, which is definitely a word a child would come up with. A rambutan wood cup. He offers it to the ancient fires. Thank you, child. It is worth almost 7,000, so that's actually really good. Of course, all craftsmanship is of the highest quality. We're gonna put it on display here at the tavern, where somebody threw their old pants on display. That's truly amazing. Also, I'm thinking this would be quite a perfect time to expand our tavern a bit, because it's kind of small. We need it bigger. Before we, of course, flood it with magma from up above. Also, one of our gem cutters decided to go on a tantrum and they're fighting somebody. That's not acceptable. Oh, you even destroyed a stoneworker shop and a gem window. You piece of shit. Look at that. He broke into the temple. Maro, why are you doing this? Why are you attacking people? You were happy. She was uneasy dwelling upon being attacked, and now she's attacking other people. You really don't need to be so upset, because if you're gonna be so upset, we're gonna have to deport you. Now, this thing is ready. These floodgates are all connected, so all we have to do is mine out this section. Would probably be useful if we also block this out, and then we're gonna assign the master over yonder. I do have Peppa's squad watching here, just in case he tries to escape. In the last second, I decided to do a tiny little thing that I'm just gonna quickly fix. I'm gonna add another lead gate here, and this could be for future use of magma down here to block this side. Also, I just realized I did this one too high. Oh, okay. Yeah, I am officially a moron. We're now gonna quickly have to redo this whole thing. Sorry, Master Goblin, you're gonna have to wait for a bit longer. It is now once again winter, and that means we did not get a dwarven cavern for a second time in 2 years. That is just sad. But just so we feel better, I'm gonna send Peppa out there again to smash some more stuff, and hopefully they do raise the place this time around. Let's see if you got some good news here. We do not. They haven't found anybody or anything here yet. It still says population roughly of 20. Truly, they're not very good at raising stuff, are they? This floodgate is now linked down here, so that's good news. And this is now finally completed. Let's go. Which means that once we block this, we should be ready now. So let's dig down here. So that is now done. Perfect. So let us pull this lever and then let's see the magic happen. And the magma is slowly but surely coming in. Let's go. It's of course gonna take a while for this to fill up. I do feel like in this master goblin, it's gonna smell something warm is coming towards him. There's one of our visiting dwarves fighting buzzards. I don't know how this is gonna go for them. But good luck, General. We have 11 agitated animals, but I can't really watch them because I need to watch this. Oh, the magma is around the bend now. He's gonna see it. The eerie glow around the corner. Oh, he's he's trying to move away. Oh, well, I guess he's not trying to move away. He's turning into smoke now. Now if you look at this, there is a new master of this civilization, Astrur. I dare you to come here, Astrur. We're gonna be waiting for you. And now that our inner moat has encircled this area, I think it's slowly time we go raid again. I think we're gonna go further south. There's a dark goblin fortress of mob evil. I think that could be a good target. It's got some artifacts apparently. Also, Roach Killer is now officially a Marks Dwarf. He's adequate. That's good to see. Learning his craft, I like it. So maybe for my rangers, we could do a little bit of a training area again. You know, just throw enemies down in the pit and then shoot them. I feel like that's always a fun thing to do. Now, our last fight did not end so well. Peppa returned, missing 3 soldiers? Peppa did outmatch them with a cunning plan. Apparently, we clashed with 629 blind cave ogres. This thing said there was population of 30. 600 ogres? And we struck down a goblin. We struck down more goblins. We did kill a human as well. And then we clashed with 252 cave dragons as well. And we slain 8, but we lost Goblin Foe and Basmar. Then we also fought 841 jabberers, slaying 8, 1,258 trolls, slaying 8, 619 blind cave ogres, slaying 8, and 833 jabberers, slaying 8. Oh my god, this just goes on. There's just hundreds, there's thousands of enemies here. Well, clearly this lied. Population, roughly 30. Yeah, I think it wasn't 30. I think it was thousands. Now we do have to replace these 3 guys. Oh, that's gonna be rough. We're kind of out of like really skilled fighters that could join. So you know what? Outpost Liaison, you can join in the fight. But in good news, our planter has been taken by a Fey Mood. And our bloody gem cutter has toppled a nest box and fought a rooster. You know what, Moral? I think you're just too far gone, you know? You've been just constantly causing issues over here. You're like one of the only upset dwarves in this fort. Yeah, I think it's time you go. Have a nice day. Now, we do not have any yarn cloth, and our moody dwarf wants it. We do have a little bit of stuff we can spin. Hopefully that's gonna be enough. We probably also need some bones, so I'm just gonna butcher some big dogs. So, there's something I notice here. My floodgate is missing. Now, when designing this, I made a slight mistake. When I built these things previously, I used quartzite because I knew it was magma safe. And then for some reason, since I built a bunch of these lead floodgates for something else that I then never built, I just defaulted to using the lead floodgates here. And of course, lead melted once we let the magma flow through. So yeah. That good thing that I built the magma safe lead floodgates. I like it. Also, our crafter still cannot find what he needs. There is a problem. We don't actually have any crappy thread that we could make into cloth. We just have like hair thread from a couple of these. Actually, we do have a sheep, don't we? We have a ram. We could shear it. Look at that. We're shearing the alpaca llama. So that should give us some wool that we can then turn. Yeah, we have some wool now. That's good. So now we have some alpaca wool yarn. That's great. And this lady is gonna weave that yarn into cloth. Hey, now we have alpaca wool cloth right there. And now our planter has finally started his creation. And he has created Rashturel Vat something Agabro Stetnin. He offers it to the ancient fires. What the hell is a Stetnin? Oh, it's apparently one of the instruments. That's kind of cool. It's worth almost 8,000, and of course all craftsmanship is of the highest quality. They can for sure play that instrument in maybe in the inn or one of the temples. Now, since Peppa's got a couple of fresh recruits, I think this time around we're gonna send out Peggy. And she's definitely not going to this horrible place again. I think we're gonna attack this mysterious layer of slapmurk that we haven't visited before, and we'll see how these guys do. Now, at least Peggy's bombs all returned, so that's good. They brought back some nothing important, and Peggy did manage to outmatch the elf Maelstrom follower who was leading this place, and she struck him down. Then they slain a bunch of animals and monsters, and they did destroy Slapmurk, so good job us, we did at least one good thing.
The campaigns against the goblins were a failure. Fire Legends was losing valuable, irreplaceable soldiers while the enemy fort still stood defiant, mocking their efforts from afar. But there was one thing Faye and Cry learned from Peppa's reports. The dark goblin fortress of Mob Evil was the bane of their existence. That's where the vermin bred in their thousands, and that had to be their target. But to defeat the enemy in such numbers, Fire Legends will have to militarize in an unprecedented scale. There's another thing that is quite unprecedented around here. Actually, it's not, but this Hammerlord, who just arrived back from raiding stuff, is now stuck here and cannot move for I do not know what reason. So we're gonna be extended this burrow a bit just to try and save him somehow. But nobody actually can come here because there's wild boars here and are interrupting my people. And if you could like not climb the trees next to the warthogs, that'd be amazing. We should be shooting these guys pretty soon and killing them. Also, we did somehow fix this dwarf, so that's great to see. Now, if we go back to fixing up our military, we're gonna need to kickstart this industry here again. We have 47 black steel bars right now, which is of course not enough, so yeah, we're gonna have to make more steel, and we'll just set this up to be made forever. I think we have enough for like 2 soldiers of armor here, so yeah, we need a lot more. I think we're also gonna set up more leather workers because I do want to have more rangers as well. Although I still see we do not have enough gauntlets for all of my current marks dwarves because everybody else steals them. Now, we do have a weaponsmith that claimed a Magma Forge, so that could be good. It does look like we are sniping some piggies around here again. Oh yeah, there's a lot of piggy corpses over here. Ooh, and our weaponsmith has created Emath Bal, a steel spear. She offers it to the ancient fires. It's valued at 17,000, and of course all craftsmanship is of the highest quality. Over here, there's an image of Ingish, the dwarf in Resident Evil. Resident Evil is striking down Ingish. Oh, that is so cool. I do kind of want to give this spear to one of our fighting dwarves, but let's be real, all of my like best dwarves already have spears and other weapons that they are already attached to. So maybe it's gonna be for one of the new fighters or something like that. Ooh, we have our vile force of darkness surviving, commanded by Goblin Smunsu, evil world, a competent commander. Let's quickly close this door and then let's look at these bad boys. Oh yes, there's a lot of them. There was 3 ambushes at the same time, of course, triggered all the noise. And I see my people decided to go fight on the bridge already, which means we really shouldn't be pulling the lever right now, but it has already been pulled. It has already been pulled. Quietly ask you to go back off the bridge. Oh my god. There's Zephan the wrestler in here. If anybody else died from that. I see 2 masterworks have been lost. That's great. I think we lost 2 dwarves from this, and there's a bunch of them, of course, stranded fighting on the other side now. That's perfect. Also, one of my hammer lords is at elevation 69. That's good. These guys here are, I think, all good. This guy is still falling into lava. This went severely wrong. Instead of playing this defensively, we're basically sending a whole squad out there to just fight and die. They're just going crazy chasing down the goblins. I think we're killing most of them, but we're also dying. I think most of the goblins are now gone. This one is hidden in a tree. This was a huge blow to us. We lost 8 dwarves to this absolute stupidity. 8 really well trained dwarves
That is horrible. I mean, yeah, they basically murdered the whole invasion of like 100 or so goblins in themselves, but the fact we lost a bunch of people in here is really so sad. Look at that. Look at all this great black steel stuff. Plus, since we didn't have any migrants in a couple of years now, we're just bleeding population, and we are bleeding the best of our population this way. Now, at least we can go recover some of the stuff and the corpses and such. A couple of people have been missing for a week. I truly wonder what happened to them. And humans came with their cavern and are instantly fighting agitated giant fireflies, and I think they're dying to them. But let's be real. That's not our problem. Now, for our steel production, we need more iron. And we're cracking into all this magnetite. Now, do you realize mining into this, I am kind of exposing myself from attack from above, because we are not that far below the surface here. But right now, well, we do need all this ore. This Minotaur is a legendary observer and a grandmaster knife user. You did not bring a knife with you, did you? He's not feeling so good being shot by everybody and everything, and now he's dead. We actually did get some named weapons back from our soldiers, so that's gonna be great. And we do have a decent amount of black steel created once again. So let's fill up some of these missing positions here, shall we? Hopefully they'll find some good equipment for themselves, not something that's been tossed into lava. And our problems with manpower continue. No migrants at all. I feel like we haven't had any migrants since the king has arrived, which let's be real, is it's pretty sus. Our king is now a legendary hammerman though, so hopefully he gets to fight. And maybe eventually he also gets to fly. Where are you going, soldiers? No. I did not allow you to go out. Get back inside, you fools. It's not their job to kill ravens right now. I think what we need to do is just probably close this. Although we probably cannot close this because we're gonna be running out of wood and charcoal before we, well, smelt all the steel that we need. So I guess for now, we just have to hope that nobody dodges into lava again. Now, let's just assign the last two we're missing here in Claymore Squad. And hopefully these guys find all the equipment they need. Well, an axe, that's all you need. That's good. Now, I'm aware we still have agitated animals out there. So I'm gonna assign a couple more people out here to our shooties. I'm gonna send my people to start doing some more chopping because, well, we need wood. They're not gonna love this weather, but it's what we need to be done. Now, I'm not sure how much trouble we're gonna get in for that, but we'll see soon, I guess. I think our doctor shot the last raven, because we now have, oh my god, it's a bunch of giant parrots. They're kind of flying right where we were supposed to chop down trees, aren't they? Well, the general is suffering, and the general is now, I think, dead. We are fighting though. We're shooting them. Let's go. These bastards stand no chance. Oh, look at it fly. Oh, even my melee dwarfs ran outside now. They decided the rangers are not enough, huh? I really wish you wouldn't be doing this. Okay, our one and only woodcutter did go out and survived. Let's go. The reality is we need logs to make charcoal because we need charcoal to make more steel. Hence why we need to go outside to chop stuff. Finally, we're getting the logs in. Finally, we're peaceful enough for that. Now, the amount of black steel armor that we have, I think I'm gonna be assigning a new squad very soon. And since people coming over here trying to grab these logs are constantly interrupted by the stupid parakeets, I'm sending my rangers out here. Now also, a clothier has been taken by Fey Mood. Oh, we finally got one of the parakeets. Let's go. That just leaves one left standing who is flying over the volcano currently. Well, going for the Drothas. We did manage to kill a war dog, but I don't think it's gonna survive now. Let's go. Of course, instantly we get more agitated animals, but luckily they are the carnivores. Oh, yeah, sure. These are fine. I think we can just smash these if they want to attack us. So down here, down below, I set up two small new areas. Two small new barracks for the new squads that we're gonna be starting to train. And for leaders, we're gonna be taking from the already established squads. And now our clothier, who was taken by Feymud, has created a Naka Senseb, an alpaca wool hood. Who doesn't like a good old hoodie? All craftsmanship is of course of the highest quality, and it's worth 12,000. And we're gonna assign this one to our chief medical dwarf, Doc Robert. Now, with these two Neo half squads now training, I need to check how we're doing on the rest of the equipment. Of course, our problem right now is because we are reliant on getting this wood in so we can make charcoal, so we can then make steel, and we're constantly under attack by various agitated wildlife. Luckily, these guys up here, they're doing pretty good shooting stuff. The last of the giant fireflies is dead, which means we instantly get more enemies, and it's the roaches again. I think it's about time I tell my people to not go outside again. We should have enough charcoal for a while. Now, cats, if you could not go outside, that'd be great, because we are closing this, and that's gonna make you fly. Oh, that one just jumped into lava but climbed out. Good job, kitty. Yeah, let's be real, I didn't wanna deal with the whole roach problem. And we do have a decent amount of wood stockpiled here for a sec now. Ooh, a ghostly spear monster has risen. Is that one of the lava? That indeed might be one of the lava people. Don't worry, we're gonna be engraving some slabs now. Oh, we have found some bituminous coal. That actually could be a huge deal for us right now, because making coke from bituminous coal gives you, well, the most of it. Way more useful than charcoal, and way more useful than the coke we get from lignite. Let's just hope there's plenty of it. Oh, there's actually lignite up here as well. Also, we got some gypsum here, which means we can make some powder out of it, which can then be used in our hospital. Also, I just noticed we had some little beaky dogs that have hatched here, so that's good news. In the meantime, I feel like we got plenty of black steel armor and some decent amount of weapons as well, which means I can then go and fill out these two squads over here. And apparently, amongst the dwarves that actually hate combat, we have a legendary swords dwarf, Toulon. You know what, Toulon? It's time to go to war. Toulon might not be the most satisfied of dwarves, but, well, if she's a legendary swords dwarf, she's gonna go fight. If the dwarves of Fire Legends were good at one thing, they were good at hammering out black steel and turning it into quality armor for their soldiers. With the latest squad picking up their new equipment, that amounted to 60 steel-clad fighting dwarves, an amount unprecedented in a fortress the size of Fire Legends. And more were coming. Faye's plan was to turn a full 100 dwarves into fighters and marks dwarves, a force that could take on the dark goblin fortress Mob Evil, but strong armor was not everything, and if untrained, these dwarves would end up being a snack for all the cave dragons there. Alas, training took time, a lot of time, and time was one thing they did not have. In the meantime, our crass dwarf drawn from society, and he has claimed a clothier shop. Also, now we will know why we fear the night, because a werelama baby, Ikwa, has arrived. A very large llama twisted in a humanoid form. What exactly is your plan, werelama baby? There's not much you can do over here. Oh, just left. Never mind. We do have some new dwarves picking up their equipment. That is really up to 60 actual fighting dwarves that we have in squads. And we'll of course want some more mercs dwarves. Also, I think we have plenty of coke now to make all of our steel. 304, yeah, I like that. And there we have it, 60 well-clad, steel-clad dwarves. Yes, they're not all trained yet, but we're gonna be getting there. Oh, in the meantime, our crass dwarf has created a Tobolkal, a bulky pigtail sock. She offers it to the ancient fire. You made a bulky sock, huh? Naturally, all craftsmanship is of the highest quality, and it's worth actually 29,000? That is some insane worth. Well played. We're gonna sign it here at the end so people can watch the sock. Now though, I think it's time we set up another ranger squad. We have a lot of iron crossbows we have made recently, and over here we should have a decent amount of leather armor. I see lots of shields as well. I'm gonna assign Asmo, the bone carver, to be the leader, because he seems to be pretty good. Marks dwarf. As for the rest, they're gonna be mostly noobs. And these guys are gonna be training down here. Apparently, gloves are once again the main issue. Everybody else wants their gloves. And also, we have Hydra. Mata has arrived, a giant dragon-like monster with 7 biting hands. And when I say hands, I mean heads. Let's see what it's gonna do, because it can't really come inside, right? If she does come closer, we can shoot it. For now, it's just madly running around. Oh, there it comes! It saw Adralthus, and it's got destroyed. Even the Goblin Queen has been in the fight, striking the Hydra in the 5th head tearing the tendons in the head. Yeah, that's perfect. Now, I did assign this squad to train down here because, well, this leads up here where we have only a few, but we do have a few things we can throw in and then, well, shoot. Also, up here, I forgot to show you, we do have a new addition. I actually built a magma kiln so we can make that plaster powder from gypsum that we had. I actually created a new atom smasher here. This is where we can destroy some stuff because, well, with the bridge up now, we cannot just throw it into magma anymore. And of course, there's, you know, there's always stuff we need to destroy and smash. Now, since we are, well, preparing for war and of course our bridge is up, any raid that tries to get us is gonna have to, well, dig in and go past our lava moat. So I was thinking it might be time we expand this magma moat down another level, because there is always the danger that somebody tries digging in, especially like from the side where it's just open, right? So yeah, let's have some fun with this, shall we? Definitely gives my miners something new to do. Just a little bit of renovation that we're doing here. Nothing to see there, nothing to worry about. Just gonna look better in the end. Excuse me, what is happening here? The heck is happening in my butcher area? Why is there a giant parakeet here? Did you come through here? It could have come through here because we're fixing these things here. Oh, you silly bitty. Well, now you're gonna get... Oh, look, another one's in. Guess now we need soldiers in our butchery area. They did kill a chicken. That's about all they've done. Actually, now nothing can come in here anymore. This has been blocked. All right, we all good. Now, as previously, I did add a hole over here so we can do a future lava moat even further down below. This time around, I will remember to use iron floodgates because, well, we have the technology to use them. And speaking of technology, our bone carver has created Kednobot, a giant bad bone bin. Interesting. He offers it to the ancient fires. Basically, dude made a bin out of giant bad bone, and apparently that's all there is to it. I guess we're gonna use it. Now, this floodgate has been connected. Let us block this passage then. Okay, this is now full on blocked off. Let's make double sure that's true before I let lava flow into my fortress. Why is there a fucking cat in here? Why are you in here, cat? Oh my god, the little one is going in there as well. What the fuck is wrong with you cats? Also, we got humans coming in. I don't know. How are you actually gonna trade with me because we are closed right now? Oh, I know what it is. There is sand here. They're going to poop here. Of course, it's the toilet for cats. Now we're actually gonna be pulling the lever to open the big door and these guys can come in to trade. Just ignore the parrots, the giant parrots that are flying around and causing issues. Don't worry about it. I'm again double checking for cats in the tunnels. There is no cats here, which means we're gonna be opening this lead floodgate, which is gonna melt in the process, but details. Oh, and there it flows. Let's go. Yeah, that thing melted instantly. And that's gonna be emptying this moat a tiny bit, but of course the flow still comes from this side anyway. We got buzzards flying around now. Hopefully my dwarves don't jump into magma as they go slay them. That'd be great. And humans, you don't need to run away. Please, let's trade. That's like our one and only chance to trade with somebody because of course the dwarves haven't been here in years. So we'll buy, well, basically everything we can't really make ourselves. Instruments, why not? And all the leather they have, and of course cloth. And finally, hit me up with your scrolls and books. And in return, I will give you all my pond turtle, crowns, bracelets, rings, and such. Now that's a trade we can both be happy with. Now my black steel bucklers have now been made, which means I'm gonna be updating the equipment for these guys. And here they come to pick up their new bucklers and new crossbows. So let's go. Ooh, one of our children has actually grown up to be a peasant. That is perfect for military, isn't it? She is a dabbling planter and a dabbling diagnostician. So she learned some things, but not too many things, huh? Don't worry, we'll eventually put you into military, but right now, I'm gonna actually see if these guys can learn a thing or two by shooting. So let's see if you can throw in maybe an Aten for starters. Try not to release it. Oh, there we go. It's in. We're shooting it. Let's go. That's good training for my Mars dwarfs. It cannot escape and it's now dead. Wait, now it's gonna just stink here, isn't it? That's gonna be a problem. Don't worry. We can open up the pit. We have the technology. So since we are opening this up, I'm gonna use this time to extend this area a bit. And then maybe these guys and whoever's gonna be training here can shoot each other through this area. That would be perfect. Now, we're gonna be assigning a new melee squad as well, and Lockham from Peggy's Bombs are gonna be, she's gonna be leading it. And to the leader, I'm gonna be assigning Emma's Ball, that special steel spear that we made. I am glad she did pick up her Emma's Ball though. And she can really slay with that. It seems like all of them got their equipment, which is great to see. And they are slowly but surely squatting up over here in their new barracks where they get to train. Yes, they are mostly just recruits, but they're being led by a legendary spear dwarf. Oh, we got dwarves after years. I think this is 4th year since they last showed up. That's amazing. Well, come on in, guys. I forgot to raise the bridge anyway after the humans left. Also, don't mind all these skeletons over here, just decoration. I am very excited to actually trade. I think for next year we're gonna build the trade depot like right in the middle here. Maybe that's gonna allow them to get their wagons with, or right next to it. We'll see. But for now, give me everything good that you have. I bought a couple of new instruments we can just place down. We'll see what we have. Actually, 4 of them, that's nice. Who knows, maybe some of our dwarves know how to play these big things. Now, I think these guys really need some friends on the other side. Let's assign them. And I'm gonna give this squad to Roach Killer from Grimsons. I think he deserves his own thing. Now, Roach Killers are also getting Black Steel Bucklers, so these guys will also be ready for war soon. And slowly but surely, they're grabbing everything they need. Besides, of course, the gloves that we never have enough of. Oh, but they are now squatting up to train down here, just waiting for good old Roach Killer to teach them the ways of shooting stuff. This could be really bad. We have agitated giant elephants. Oh, this could be this could be really bad. I am assigning, I think, all siege engines. I really wish these traders would leave so I can actually close the gates. Also, what the hell is wrong with this wrestler, bro? Never mind then, he's a weirdo. He's in. So I think the first of the elephants might be coming closer. This thing might take a bit to kill. It's seriously injured though, so that's good to see. And it's now seriously dead. Let's go. Well played. The rest of these guys are just chilling on the edge, so I'm fine. You guys just be there and we'll be square.
With Roach Killer's squad ready to train, there were now 100 fighting dwarves ready and equipped in Fire Legends. Yes, there were still many green recruits in their ranks, but they all had legendary leaders to look up to and learn from. Peppa was confident his militia leaders could turn the Greenhorns into a proper fighting force within a year, and then it would be time for revenge. The dark goblin fortress of Mob Evil was waiting. Alas, taking the fight to the enemy citadel protected by thousands of dragons and other otherworldly creatures was no easy task, and the leaders of Zir Gamath, Fire Legends, had to make sure their soldiers were ready, while at the same time, the fort itself had to be well defended while the army was on a campaign. And so while we have these Greenhorns slowly training and getting ready for the eventual fight, we got a lot of work to do to make this place much safer. So since this lava moat is pretty full now, we could go down another level and dig through here. I think that could be pretty fun. And that way we can make sure that the lower levels are secure as well. Also up top we still have the giant elephants, which are coming closer by the second. And traders did leave now, which means we could actually close this gate. So let's make that happen and hope that these elephants don't get too close in that time. Oh no, it's done. Let's go. Oh, also our scholar has withdrawn from society, and this has all been already dug out. Now we just need to rebuild some of these walls, and then we're gonna be good. Oh, the elephants are coming in. The elephants are gonna die, but we're gonna be using a lot of bolts apparently on them. Also, since we are closed up again, I was thinking, since now after like 4 years, I think, we finally were able to trade with the dwarves again, that probably means we might get migrants again when spring comes. We'll see. It's early winter now. Oh, our scholar has created Odd Gub Shameb, a giant bedbone amulet.
he offers it to the ancient fires. Now that amulet is worth 8,000, and of course all craftsmanship is of the highest quality. And there's an image of Cry on it, our Duke. We just gotta give that amulet to Cry, because it represents him. These corridors are almost empty, just need to bring this last rock out, and then we can start building this up. If you ignore the fact that there's a puppy running around here, please get out, you silly bitty. Thank you. At the same time as, of course, we are building these moats, we are also beautifying all these levels, so they have proper walls, they have proper hallways. All of that is going to be done. It does actually show that we have 100 out of 181 population training, because all of this work is definitely much slower than it would otherwise be. And besides, we still have a couple of people that sometimes come over here and shoot buzzards and other creatures. In fact, I have noticed that in the last while we have used like 4,000 bolts. At some point we had 12,000 over here. Well, we have a lot of bars. Maybe it's time we turn some of these, I'm sure we have some useful ones, into actual bolts. Yeah, apparently we have 471 iron bars and 126 silver, 350 copper. Yeah, I think we could make some good stuff here. And while we work on that, I think it's time we open these iron floodgates. And we let the magma flow down. The chicken coops are also now done. And the moat has been, well, it's encircled. It's complete. So that's great, which means we can then, slowly but surely, when it fills up, we can go further down. Now for some of my rangers who doesn't have gauntlets at all, or the gloves are always taken, I actually made some black steel gauntlets for them. They can have that combined with leather. So all in here is gonna pick up some new proper gauntlets and then go back to crossbow training. I think the black steel gauntlets aren't gonna slow him down that much, right? I'm also gonna do the same for roach killers, because these guys are also missing a bunch. And off they go to pick up their new stuff here. So I used like 200 of our iron bars to make new bolts, and now we are over 10,000 again available, so that's pretty good. And now early spring has begun, which, yeah, I'll be waiting. Maybe we actually get new migrants. That would be amazing. Also, we have already begun work on the next level for the boat, because here it's also pretty close to the edge where trolls could mine through. The next levels though, we probably won't need it anymore. Ooh, and Reg, our fisher dwarf, has been possessed. The one and only fisher dwarf who's been supplying this whole fortress with pond turtles for years now. Oh, we got migrants! We actually got migrants! Let's go, they can't get inside right now though. Somebody quickly, go open the big door. There we go, there's more than one. Oh yes, perfection. There's multiples coming in. Come on in, dwarfs, we really need you. You can leave your animals outside though. Well, that is quite a migrant wave. We are going over 200. That's like 20 dwarves already. And Reg, our fisher dwarf, has created a Dogic Becker, a sheep wool rope. He offers it to the ancient fires. Thank you. It is worth 5,000, and of course all craftsmanship is of the highest quality. Oh, and now we have a petition for the fragrant faith to have a temple and a priest. We haven't seen a new faith in a long time. Let's go. Now I'm pretty sure we should have enough bedrooms for all of the new people that came in here, but I will have to like double check after a while. Now we can once again close this door. Of course, the cat's gonna have to go outside because that's what cats do. And now, until midsummer, we're not opening this again. These tunnels have been mostly cleared of boulders now. We are fixing these rooms that are right next to the lava flow. Oh well, I guess we have to pick up some more stuff here, but then it's gonna be fine. And since we do have these worked out now, I can turn them into small guilds. This could be for soap makers, even though we have no workers right now. And then this one could be for carpenters. Let's throw some silver statues in here, which people can enjoy eventually. Oh, look at all these guys socializing in here now. Perfect. That is already looking much better. I'm leaving this open just so we can have an easy way to get this stuff out of the tunnels. But once that is all done, we can let the lava flow. Oh, we have a vile force of darkness arriving in early summer. Hopefully we don't get migrants coming in either as well. In any case, the army is commanded by the goblin Ongo something, a competent commander who in early summer of 309 became the master of Nightmare of Enchantments, probably after we killed the last one. They have elite mounted goblin swordsmen And they have the monstrous siege engineers and war cave dragons from the dark goblin fortress of Mob Evil, the worst one out there. Oh, look at the cave dragons. Oh, look at these guys. It's time to tell my siege engineers to get ready. And these guys don't seem to be well equipped, but there's a bunch of them. Do you guys see rats in there as well? They have a lot of rats. And apparently there's 120 invaders already. 121. Oh yeah, they're still coming in. And these guys are already getting pegged over here. It's time we bring the roach killers up here as well, and my third yet unnamed squad as well. And then these guys should suffer greatly. Look at them machine gunning them. Oh, that is amazing. And somebody fell into magma. These guys down here are getting destroyed as well. Only a second ago there was like 120-ish of them. Wait, never mind, they were over 100 again. That's fine. They'll go down pretty soon. I didn't get to see any of my ballista fire, but they did. And they are doing proper damage as well. I don't think these guys are impressed. They're running away now. These guys are coming closer as well. Oh, that is probably the first time I get to see these guys do something. A lot of these guys with their rats are still just hanging around over here. Are they destroying something there? Did you just destroy a tree? That I've never seen that before. That's awesome. I guess it makes sense that they have to like clear stuff out. Also, these guys brought serpentine blocks. I don't know if they're trying to build something. I don't think that went well for them. These cave ogres, I can't see them stand a chance here. Like, we're just machine gunning them. They're trying to build here. It might be that they're at such an angle that they could maybe build without us seeing them, but no, that one just died as well. These guys did destroy yet another tree and they're coming closer, but they're down to 40 invaders now. Like, these defenses are working beautifully. I think this might be their last push. Just trying to build a crossover here. I don't think next time they'll come from this side. But we're down to 8 invaders now. We're gonna be brave and we're gonna open the big door. And I'm gonna send Peppa and his smashers to go kill the final goblins. Oh, here we go. That should do it. Let's go. The goblin invasion is done. Since it's early summer, it's gonna be midsummer soon, which is when we might get migrants. I'm actually gonna leave the doors open for a bit, but I'm not gonna allow my people to go out here and pick up through all of this mess. While the war was going on, I was still working down here on that next temple that I wanted to make, and I kind of wanted to copy what we've done over here and transform that on this side. Transform, transplant, you get the idea. We'll make sure everything is nice and engraved as well. And then we can make this temple and we go with the fragrant faith. And that's actually enough to recognize the priesthood already. So Udil the Trapper, who's an adequate liar, is gonna be the new sacred hero. Oh, we're getting migrants again. Look at them go. I'll probably see a bunch of these corpses and not feel too good. Well, yeah, uneasy. That's okay. And this brings us up to 209 population. And once they're all in, we're gonna close the gates again. Actually, maybe we'll leave them open because the human trader should come soon. As for down here, I think it's time we let the magma flow finally. And here it goes. Oh, we got giant elephants again. Maybe after all we should close the doors? Or do we risk it? That's the question. Hopefully we can rely on Gromsons and whoever's gonna be manning these bolt throwers to take care of any elephant that comes close. Speaking of, we're already shooting the elephants. As long as they come here and then die, that's good up. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Look at these guys machine gunning them. That's amazing. And of course, Gromson and his boys can do some damage as well here, while the Drothas are here as a distraction. And now we have agitated stranglers. 2 of them. These look scary. Hopefully they get trapped. Yeah, one got trapped. The other one died to bolts. And now we have an agitated giant snail. Just one. Hopefully he's gonna take it at snail's pace and not gonna come inside right this instant. I see there's a dog on fire. Don't tell me we had more people jump in here. It wasn't the soldiers, but I do see we're missing one population. Oh, there's a weaver that has been caught in a pool of lava after he was attacked by a giant moth. I think the weaver was bringing the cage over here and then he died. We really should raise this bridge, but I was hoping for some traders, to be honest. In fact, I did say we're gonna move the trade depot here. Now we have this miner running out here because he was scared by a warthog. Oh man, yeah. Please come inside. we're gonna soon close this gate. Please stop running outside, you fools. Our scholar is now chasing a pig in the forest. That doesn't seem like a great idea, scholar. Yeah, you just died. Good job. These guys are all fucking morons, aren't they? Raise the bridge. Now, we lost 2 people just because I was waiting and hoping for traders. Now, while this was all happening, I actually built a new jeweler shop down here. And we're gonna make this a guild hall as well. And over here in our temple complex, I'm gonna be building a couple of smaller temples for other deities, not just established religions. As for our missing dwarfs, we are already engraving new memorial stones for them. And they'll be able to slowly but surely rest in the temple complex.
The knowledge that their mountain home still stood defiant was bittersweet for the dwarfs of Fire Legends. On one hand, they were proud their civilization was still alive and well far to the south. But on the other hand, the migrants brought news of giant goblin hordes marching across the central plains, fighting everyone and everything. The dark fortress of mob evil was at the center of everything evil that was happening in this world. It was there they had to strike if they wanted peace to reign in these lands. Alas, Peppa was adamant their army was not yet ready.
So let's get ready and train some more. And I feel like these goblins are gonna get destroyed in here. Lady, you release that goblin. And, well, he's got caged again. I'm sending roach killers up here. Because they just keep on releasing this stupid goblin. He cannot fight back because for some reason he dropped his bow or crossbow. And the roach killers should deal with this guy. Is these 2 new temples. The first one we're gonna assign to Toro, who has 101 worshipper here. And the second goes to Alice with 42 worshippers. Now, the dwarf traders have also arrived, which means we gotta open the door for them, and you, Dratha child, you better run away. Now, let's hope this giant moth stays the only agitated animal while we have the doors open. They did get that moth eventually, which means we got roaches again. You know what? I'm just closing the big door, and once the traders are ready to leave, we can open it again. Please don't go there, you fucking morons. Okay, nobody has pulled it yet. I am canceling this. Oh god. Let's just trade. Let's get this whole with and let's get out of here then. I'll buy all of your instruments, give me that, and give me the extra seeds you have, and all of your cloth and leather, and of course your scrolls, and if you have any books, I'll take that as well. And that's that. Trade done. Let's go. There's a human stonecrafter void one visiting. What the hell are you visiting, buddy? Did I allow any of these to be visited by everybody? No. I double checked. There's no guilds or anything like that this guy could be visiting, so go away. Now here we go. We're already shooting roaches. The first one is dead. I did assign a bunch of siege operators over here, so hopefully they take care of them before any of my dwarves run out there and jump into magma. The humanoid one was fighting. He just pointed and a giant roach froze. Yeah, this shit is it's pretty scary. Well, the merchants are ready to leave, and I'd say good riddance because I don't wanna keep this open for too long. I think that's the last roach done. I think he fell into lava, and we have a new agitated animal, which is wow, giant bushmaster. Yeah, you are definitely a bushmaster, aren't you? If this bushmaster is gonna keep on coming closer, it's not gonna be master of a bush any longer. Yep, it's gone. And now we have gray parrots that are agitated. Oh, our holy bulwark was taken by Mood. Looks like he's gonna be making something out of glass. Nice. Oh shit, we got migrants. I see 2 here. Come on in, boys. Just 2? 3? Oh, let's go. More of them are coming. Ignore all the death and all that stuff. It's on the ground here. Just come on in. Now, my soldiers have been training here for a while, and I actually wanted to check on these newbies to see how they're doing. And I'm seeing spear masters, sword masters, axe lords. Yeah, this is really good. These guys are learning the ways of the battle. Now, this squad, this was the last one. They are swords dwarfs, axe lords. Axe-dwarves, they're not as good yet, but they're getting there. I expect my Marks dwarves are further behind, but you know what? We'll get them. We'll get them out there, and then we'll be ready for a fight. In the meantime, I'm just gonna keep on improving our fortress, building more temples over here, making sure everything looks nice. We have a nice walls, and apparently our holy bulwark has created Ming Kilatham, a green glass ring. She offers it to the ancient fires. That ring is worth 30,000. I don't know where she got the native platinum from, but that's fine. I think we're gonna give that ring to Cry. That's like his third item already. Wow, this guy is spoiled. Fourth item, damn. And just for aesthetic purposes, I need some siltstone. And unfortunately, it's right under here. There's a lot over here on this side, but I don't want to go on that side right now. And if you ask why exactly do I need siltstone right now, well, it's very simple. I need it here for this strip right there. And I don't have quite enough. It's all about the aesthetics, you see. The place has to look nice. The traders still have not left, and I'm pretty sure they're causing me some FPS issues because they're fucking stuck down here for some reason. They're gonna go crazy because they cannot drink. Yeah, I don't like that at all. We're gonna see if I can dismantle the trade depot and cause them to leave that way. Terrible idea. They're not gonna like that, but there's not much I can do right now about it. Oh yeah, they're definitely leaving now. They're really not gonna appreciate we're stealing all their stuff, but hey, that was like the only way to do it. I don't know why these mother truckers always get stuck here. At least we could finally close the main gates. Also, I see we have people sleeping in here. That means we need more bedrooms. Good thing we've got plenty of space here for some new bedrooms. Well, we're certainly cramming a lot of bedrooms into this area now. But once the place is done, I'm sure the people will enjoy it. We are only 2 bedrooms short now, so I guess we'll cram them down here next to these workshops. And of course, if we ever get more migrants, there'll be some more space here. By the way, I have now noticed that my moats have finally filled up all the way to the brim. It took quite a while because we are now 4 levels deep on the moats. When the question comes, should we go deeper? I think we should. It's gonna be fun, right? This next level moat is gonna be very small because we only have the Tailor's Guild over here. At this point, to be honest, we're not even making these moats because they are needed. We're making them because they look cool, to be honest. Now over here, I created 2 more temples. And the first one we're gonna go and assign to Embrace of Aquamarines. And the second one goes to Rorek. And with that, all the major religions are represented over here. And people should enjoy their lives, hopefully, because they can now pray to whoever they want to pray. Yes, while we have plenty of minor deities that are worshipped by like 1 or 2 people, that shouldn't really be a problem. And once this guy gets out of here, we can unleash the lava, which means we can open this and let the magma flow again. Now, I think the next project I'm gonna do while that lava flows is I'm gonna rework these bedrooms so the walls are not going to be crappy rough anymore. Now, of course, all the walls we cannot replace because, yeah, but we'll do our best. Also, our bone carver has withdrawn from society. He has created Ustir Dogik, a giant bat bone buckler. That's not actually worth much, 4,700, but of course, all craftsmanship is of the highest quality. And since it does look cool, it can go on display here at the inn. Now, all the while we were slowly reworking our bedrooms and such over here, the necromancers have been having a party out here, causing issues. These are pieces of goblins just chilling out here, causing lag spikes. Who are they fighting? Oh, a high advisor from the humans. It's kind of dealing with them. That's great. Thank you, High Advisor. That just cleared out a lot of spare limbs. And I think with more and more of these necromancers and other various nasty creatures visiting us over here, and with our dwarves becoming masters and lords or what they're doing, I think it might be time we trigger this and we go to war. This was what they were training for this whole time. This was the final battle, one way or another. The end of an evil goblin empire, or the end of Fire Legends and all they represented. With half of the capital ready to assault the dark goblin fortress of Mob Evil, there would be no one left to defend the fort. Cry and Faye knew the risks. They knew the stakes, but they also knew that if anyone could win this battle, it would be Peppa and the legendary fighting dwarves of Fire Legends. Well, when I say it's almost time for war and that my people are ready, well, soon. We are mid-spring right now, and usually we get assaulted, or the base gets assaulted, either spring or summer. So just to stay safe-ish, we're gonna wait until early autumn and then we're gonna attack. Oh, we also are getting migrants in. Hello, friends. And one of our dwarves is already running away in fear because we have lots of monsters around here. Of course, these things are being spawned by the necromancers. And instantly, we lost a couple of our newcomers. Probably more than one, I think 4. Fucking hell. Is that the 5th one? I'm not sure, but yeah, lots. I'm gonna send Peggy out. Hopefully she can save. Nope, she cannot save whoever died there. Well, we just lost 5 of our new recruits. That was totally worth it. Thank you, necromancers. We still got quite a lot of people in that did not die, so I guess that is good. I have prepared a couple more bedrooms down here. I think that's gonna be enough. Maybe we'll need one more or so. I built a couple extra. You never know when you could use a couple extra. Hopefully next time we get more people coming in. They don't just die to necromancers instantly. But in any case, we got the bedrooms we needed. And one of the goblin visitors here is a werecat. That's actually amazing. I don't think that werecat's gonna survive for long. Nope. That thing's gone. Summer has now begun, which means we are just 1 season away from our final battle. And I'm just trying to make sure that my citadel looks presentable. Also, ignore this floodgate next to the queen's and king's bedroom. This is here just as an escape plan, basically. If we ever get invaded, they can escape up here and back here. Easy. Oh, and the human merchants have arrived, and they have dropped everything over here. You know what? I'm not even gonna open the doors if you're gonna do that, because you're gonna accuse me of doing stupid shit again. That is just gonna be forbidden for now. We can always reclaim it later, so I'm not even opening the big door. And our clothier has been possessed now. Does look like the humans got themselves into a fight with a bunch of necromancers and such, so they're having fun out here. And there's a bunch of dead things there. There are some wild boar corpses just running around, so I'm guessing they'll run into humies sooner than later. Now, up here, I still haven't finished working on rebuilding these bedrooms. Got distracted by a bunch of other stuff. So let's go finish this, shall we? I'm positive people will appreciate nicer bedrooms. Also, our clothier has created Zafal Dugal, a sheer llama wool skirt. Really, buddy, you wanna wear a skirt? Well, have fun with it. It's of course all craftsmanship is of the highest quality and it's worth 6,000. I'm just happy for the dude that wants to actually wear that skirt, you know? He is probably of Scottish ancestry or something like that. I mean, these guys are dwarves anyway. I decided up here where I'm fixing the bedrooms to add some more colors. So we have, you know, blue here, red here, gray there. We got migrants. Oh, you poor fools. We got hostiles everywhere. It's full moon. I need to wait a day before I open the doors. Alright, this dude is back to normal, or lady. We open the front gate, and if anybody tries to come in that is not a dwarf, we murder them. Right there? Yeah, you're not gonna survive this, buddy. Peggy, destroy. There you go. Same for these two dudes. Destroy them. There's the freaking necromancers coming in. Some kind of a captain. Okay, the goblins are all gonna die. Just let them come closer. This could be scary because the necromancers might do some stupid shit, but I think we're good. As soon as all my migrants are in, we're pulling this. Who are you? That's another goblin. We say no to those. And this naked one, that's the one that turns into I think a cat or something like that. And there's another freaking necromancer coming in. This has been an exciting day, but they die. Oh my god. These ghouls, I don't want to fight them here where we can jump into lava, so I'm just gonna let them be. And I'm just waiting for this diplomat to leave, and then we can just close the doors. And now the Helmed Communion wants a temple complex and a high priest. That's these guys up here. We're gonna need golden statues again. In any case, the Lord Consort is out, which means we are pulling this door, and I guess we're gonna be butchering Drothas. Oh, that one barely made it out, the human maceman. There we go. And the door is closed, and we can breathe safely once again. Also, the big Drothas that came in here, we are butchering them now. Also, I wanted to show you this. This is where we used to have ducks. Ducks have kind of died out of old age now, and now we have various other peahens and turkeys and such, which I feel like it's actually kind of cool. Now down here, we now need to make this a temple complex. I'm gonna be adding some more gold statues, and of course we're gonna have to make a bunch new ones. And there it is, my friends. The autumn has begun, which means it's time for war. And while we do have giant flies just chilling around here right now, we're still gonna be sending my people to war. It's time to fight the Dark Goblin Fortress of Mabiville. And I am grabbing all of the squads, all 100 dwarves. And we're gonna go raise this. Take care, my friends. Don't come back without destroying it. Look at the army. And look at all the necromancers just pouring in. Who wants to bet they're gonna go straight for my stuff over here and try to steal my artifacts? I never even allowed you to come in here, you bastards. There's still some soldiers leaving right now. I think just a couple need to leave and then we're good. There's just one person that hasn't left yet. Just one. And of course, it's the Queen Consort, taking her sweet time. Yeah, take your fucking time, lady. I don't know why you're so slow, but please, get the fuck out of here, you stupid goblin. In good news though, this temple complex have been now done, and we can recognize the High Priest. And this paper maker, whose adequate liar is gonna become the one. Now that she is out though, I can finally close this and we'll feel safer once again. I mean, we are down 100 dwarves. All we can do now is use the siege engineers to protect ourselves. And the instant I close the gates, these guys show up, the traders. You know what, traders, just give me a sec, wait for a bit, okay? Oh, and Peppa Smashers have already returned, okay. I do see that the king is back. The king has returned, and lots of them are still traveling. We'll see how many people we lost, if we lost any. I think most of the squads and people are now back. We certainly lost a few. In fact, Peggy, the leader of Peggy's Bombs, the second ever dwarf that joined us to fight, is gone. Claymore lost one of his soldiers. Ronson lost 4 rangers. Actually, Bemble is still traveling. Stab Shorties lost 1. Black Hands lost 3 rangers. Boss Ballers lost 1. Roach Killers lost 4 as well. So yeah, we lost 15 good fighting dwarves. Now let's see the report. I see the Fortress of Mabiville still stands and the population is still the same, so this was certainly not a success. The defenders were led by Goblin Gozru, and Peppa did manage to outmatch him. And at first we have reports of us striking down various goblins, and then we started clashing with many. So let's see, 588 blind cave ogres and 219 cave dragons, and we lost Mamus and Toon and Rakust to cave dragons. Then we clashed with 1,226 trolls, 809 jabbers, 578 blind cave ogres, and 568 blind cave ogres. We lost Kel to a cave ogre as well, and Ingish to a jabber. Basically, we're just constantly fighting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of enemies again. Look at this. There's just reports of us fighting so many and always slaying like 10, slaying 10, slaying 9, slaying 1. It's kind of shit, isn't it? And then in the end, Peggy, she was the last to fall and she was struck down by a cave dragon. May she rest in pieces. So what does this tell us? This tells us that the combat and invasions, with no real way to control your soldiers out there, and with no real way to know how many enemies there actually are there, the whole invading and fighting out there is kind of crap. To be honest, I'm not really happy how this went, but there's one more thing we have to do. We have to raise this floodgate, and we gotta let the magma flow down once again. Down, down, down. Basically, what we're doing here is we are providing internal heating for the king's bedrooms. And this is just in time as we're doing some remodeling to the king and queen's bedrooms. Well, look how nice. The family has now united here in the bedrooms. That's good. Don't you dare leave. Don't you dare. Okay, that's good. And now that this reconstruction has been completed and the family has gathered over here, I want somebody to pull this lever here so we can enact the new heating protocol for their bedrooms. And it's gonna be our chief medical dwarf, huh? Doc Robert. Now, let's see what that's gonna do. Oh, it's just, oh, the heating has failed slightly. No worries, it's just the throne room. We can fix this, right? I think, the queen is trying to knock on the walls and let everybody know that there is a problem with their heating. Don't worry, queen. I am sure the things will be resolved in no time. The queen does seem to be stranded a bit and she decided to sleep next to flowing magma. I'm not sure if I agree with her decision, but let's be real, it was her own decision to go to bed right there. It's not my fault she's now turning into smoke. And they elected king as the mayor now? Oh, that's interesting. This kid here is playing make-believe right next to the flowing magma. It seems like the goblins do not fear. We will indeed have to teach them. Won't we just? Oh, and one of them has become smoke now. Oh, that is so unfortunate, isn't it? And the other one is now turning into smoke as well. Truly unfortunate. The king has decided that the bedroom is where he's gonna make his last stand, apparently. And you know what? More power to him. I'm sure this black steel is gonna protect him, right? Wrong! The King Ansu is now on fire and has turned into smoke. And Mossus Luritwood Sacred General has been elected mayor. Okay, so we have a new mayor, that's good. And if you look at the civilizations now, we do not seem to have a king or a queen. There's just a council of dukes ruling over specific lands and areas. And places like this, fortresses like Zero Gamath, the Fire Legends. So people like Cry, the Duke of Fire Legends, who is currently firing a bolt thrower, and Faye, our long-standing manager, who is now going to harvest some plants. And maybe people like Peppa, who's leading this army. These are the people who are in charge now. No longer do we bow down to goblin scum. No longer are we enthralled to the green menace. Fire Legend stands, and it stands alone for the dwarves. And that is all anyone could ever ask for. Thank you for watching.